Gamers, welcome back to the second installment in the road to 1,000 days survived in my hardcore world. This video consists of episodes 8 to 14 in my hardcore series, and I'll be releasing the next one once enough episodes are created. Also, feel free to leave this video running in the background if you don't feel like watching all of it, as it greatly helps the channel. And also like and subscribe, yada yada. Let's get into the first episode. Gamers, it's time to upgrade our village into a city. That means adding new buildings, upgrading the existing ones, adding a giant wall around the city, releasing those poor villagers, and a whole bunch more, so let's get started. Alright, so first things first, I want to quickly make a whole new diamond helmet, because in the previous episode, a freaking zombie piglin destroyed my other one. So let's quickly make a new one. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab all of the emeralds that we've been saving up, so that we can put mending on all of our thingies here. Actually, I should probably enchant them first, hey, because if I add that book on, we won't be able to enchant them. Well, while I'm down here, I might as well just trade with our guys real quick. Alright, well, I can enchant one thing, because we have 32 levels down here, and we lose 3 levels when we enchant something. So I might enchant my boots first, because they're going to be the first to go, and that means we can put mending on them straight away. So let me actually grab some freaking lapis here. There we go. So let's slap that in and see what we're going to get. Protection 4, that is actually goated. That is exactly what I want. I mean, protection 5 will be better, but that's good enough for now. Unbreaking and depth strider. I actually have no idea what depth strider does, but cool. Now let's go ahead and grab a freaking, oh my god, dude, I need books. There we go. Now let's grab some mending books. Might as well just grab 2. And now let's add mending onto our boots like so. There we go. Okay, so we finally got our first, like, a fully enchanted piece of freaking armor here. Okay, and now what we need is, of course, a whole bunch of spruce wood and also stone. I don't actually know how much we had left over from our previous project. I think I have a whole bunch of stone in the nether still. I'll go and grab that. Okay, so after coming back from the nether, we actually did have quite a bit of leftover stone in there. So hopefully we shouldn't need to do some stone harvesting this episode. And we also did have a little bit of leftover spruce logs, but I don't think this will be quite enough. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just chop down a whole bunch of spruce trees. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now, and I'll be back. Okay, and now I've just gone ahead and made a whole bunch of decorative blocks that I'm going to be adding in around our village. And also, one thing you guys pointed out is the fact that we're going to get a lot of fishermen villages with all of these barrels everywhere. So I'm going to have to change all of these out for something else. And I'm thinking just some stripped spruce logs will be pretty nice to fill in the spot of a barrel. I mean, it kind of sucks that we can't use barrels, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know? I think I added one in here as well. Yes, there we go. Let's replace that one. Now, I think that's the only buildings where I added a barrel in, so we should be all good in that regard. And yeah, so now I'm just gonna go around and add in a whole bunch of details. Starting off, let's just find a nice spot, maybe like right here. Yeah, this is a nice little area. And so right here, let's branch off a nice little dirt path over into this spot right here. And then here, let's add in just like a whole bunch of random things, like some chests, some stripped logs. We'll also add in some extinguished campfires, and then let's have like another little area over here with some more stuff. Now on top of one of these logs, let's add in a flower pot with a flowering azalea. And then I just feel like this needs a little something extra, so let's maybe add in a nice little wheelbarrow design right here. So to make this, all you need is a composter with a grindstone pointing in towards it, and then we're going to put an open spruce fence gate at the other side, and it just looks like a nice little wheelbarrow. I also want to extend our pathway out just a little bit around here as well, just so it's kind of like connecting with the area. And then I just feel like we need maybe one more log and extinguished campfire over here on this side like that. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Let's also maybe add in like a spruce slab there too. Actually, maybe there instead. That looks better. And maybe also a lantern on top of that log. Hell yeah, that looks so nice. So yeah, there's our first little decorative little area. It definitely just adds like a nice bit of like detail and kind of character to your area. And now for our next little decoration, let's just add something in here. Maybe just like a couple of leaves. And that's honestly all you really need for something like that. We could maybe even add in like an azalea just here as well. Why the hell not? And yeah, so now let's just find like another little area where we could probably add in some details. Like right here, this is definitely a nice spot. I feel like this could use probably a log and also maybe an extinguished campfire and a chest. So let's just add that in right here. Maybe some logs in front of that. I need to make a couple more lanterns. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Let's slap a lantern on top of that block right there. Now in this area, I definitely think we should probably clear out a bunch of this tall grass just because it's a little bit unsightly. And we kind of want it to look like at least a little bit kempt. Like the village should look a little bit kind of I don't know, like mode? I don't know how to explain it, but just not as like overgrown, I guess. We want it to look like kind of more of like a maintained village. So we still want to have just a little bit of grass in here. Well, it's not really a little bit. It is quite a bit of grass. I do like the look of having a lot of grass, just not a lot of tall grass, if you're getting what I'm trying to say here. Now, I feel like this area here could definitely do with a little bit of a decorative upgrade here. So let's add in like maybe a smaller thing to what we did over there. So just like a couple of blocks here, maybe just something small like that. We'll also strip maybe that one, and we'll add a lantern on top of this block as well. And we'll also extinguish that. And let's just add in a couple of dirt path blocks as well. Now I kind of want to find another flat area just to add in a cool little design that I'll show you guys in just a second here. Oh yeah, down here. This is definitely a nice spot. Hell yeah. Okay, so right here, let's add in another dirt path that branches off from our main path here. And we'll use some spruce slabs as kind of like the drop down blocks here. I don't really know how else to explain it, but you know, it's like the step up blocks, you know? Just to have like a nice little like kind of broken dirt path that leads all the way down to this area here. And right here, let's actually add in a bit of a campsite. So of course, let's add in our campfire, and then let's add in a couple of log seats like so. And now on the sides, let's maybe add in a couple of little decorations like some spare logs and a chest. Maybe on this side, let's add in a stripped log with a lantern in that, and maybe another log beside that. And inside that one, let's put in a flower pot with a maybe like a cornflower this time. Hell yeah, that looks pretty cool. And yeah, so it's just like a nice little like decorative campsite. Definitely a really nice like little extra thing to add to your village. Now another decoration that I absolutely love is just a little bit of a log pile. Nothing too absolutely crazy, so just like a little pile. Something like this. Let's strip those logs, and then on top of this, let's add in some spruce slabs. Actually, maybe just one spruce slab. And then in front of this one here, let's add in an extinguished campfire, and maybe another one just behind here as well. And yeah, so we're not going too crazy with it. We're not adding like freaking rails on top of this thing and making it like too massive. So just something small like this can definitely really look awesome. Let's also maybe add in a dirt path that connects up to this area just to make it look like it's like kind of like a used thing. So that's a little bit too close to the log pile. So let's cut this back a little bit like so, and add in our slab there, and then we'll just create a bit of a dirt path that kind of surrounds it a little bit. And maybe to the left of it in this spot here, let's add in another wheelbarrow design. Why the hell not? Let's make it go like this. And hell yeah, just a nice extra little decorative area. And I feel like something extra that would look pretty nice as well is maybe like over here, let's just add in a stripped log with a lantern on top of it like so. And hell yeah, that looks awesome. Now coming back to this area, I feel like we need to add in another flower pot here. So why not? Let's just add that in. And maybe this area here needs a little something extra. Let's just, what can we add in here? Let's just do something small this time. So let's just have a log and then a campfire and then maybe a chest behind it like so. And we'll add another flower pot on top of that, this time with an azalea. Why not? Hell yeah, that looks awesome. And now in this gap here in between these two houses, let's add in like a big log pile like that. Let's strip all of these, and then let's add in a chest here, and then also a extinguished campfire right here. And then let's maybe add in another one in front of it like so. Then at the very top, let's add in a flower pot with an azure bluet inside. And we'll also just add in another little dirt path that kind of leads to this, just so it isn't like kind of out in the open, just, you know, not really connected to the village. Maybe beside it, let's add in some oak leaves like so. Just some little bushes can definitely look really nice in some spots. I feel like we definitely do need a little bit more bushiness around the place, so let's just kind of scatter some leaves around randomly. And yeah, there we go. That's looking pretty good. Obviously, you can't really see much of the details from here. It's mainly meant to just like add extra detail as you're kind of walking throughout the city, and it just makes it feel a little bit more lively and detailed. Alright, and just before we get started on the next upgrade for our village, I feel like we should probably check on the iron, and holy mother of God, we have a lot of iron in here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have not checked on this in quite some time, so I feel like it was probably long overdue at this point, and yeah, I mean, it definitely was, judging by the amount of iron that we freaking have in these chests. So yeah, I'm just going to craft all of these into some iron blocks, and then I'm also just going to go on a bit of an adventure hunt and try and find some kelp. Now, you may be wondering why we need kelp, and I mean, you're going to see in just a moment. So yeah, just let me get all of this stuff done, find some kelp, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just traveled an absolute freaking mile and a half, probably more than that, and we've finally found some kelp. Oh my God, dude. I don't know why, like the ocean is literally so far away in this world. It's ridiculous. Now I'm gonna harvest an absolute crapload of this kelp because we're gonna need quite a fair bit for what I'm wanting to do. What the hell? Are you guys seeing this? Jesus, dude. And so, yeah, I'm probably just gonna get maybe like 2 or 3 stacks of this stuff, and I'll meet you guys back at the base. Okay, gamers, now that we are back home with a whole bunch of kelp, I've also just gone ahead and grabbed a piece of soul sand, and you might be able to tell what we're gonna be doing right now. And that is making pretty much just like a giant water elevator to send us back up here, because climbing this ladder, even though it is pretty aesthetic looking, it's definitely annoying. So what I wanna do is jump down into this water stream here, and then let's clear out this little area down here so that the water can continue going down. Oh my god, how thick is this freaking stone? Jesus Christ, man. There we go. Okay, so now we're creating like another stream here, and this is going to be like our secret elevator that can send us all the way back up to the surface. So what I'm going to do now is just destroy this block here and replace it with some soul sand. Then let's make this a solid water block, and then what we're going to do is use this kelp here to continue extending this like water source block up. Because as you guys might know, soul sand can only push you up as long as it's a solid water block, and we're just using kelp to like continue building up the water instead of using water buckets, because that would just take absolutely forever. So we're just going to go all the way up to the top with this stuff. Okay, and it looks like it has been misaligned. That is, that's actually annoying as hell. What the... Oh, god damn it, man. How does that even happen? All right, well, having it go up to here is still fine. We can just like, you know, add in like a little staircase up here that goes up to there. That's all right. Because yeah, I don't want this to like stick out. It'll just look weird. So we'll just leave it like this. That's all good. So now what we can do is head all the way back down, remove our kelp, and then we should be able to just stand in front of this soul sand block and it'll push us all the way back up. Hell yeah, that is awesome. So much quicker than taking the bloody ladder. And then yeah, we can even just climb the rest of the water up if we wanted to. And yeah, so that's just one extra little upgrade I wanted to add to this, but we do actually have another upgrade I want to add to our cave entrance here. And so I'm just going to go grab some blocks that I need for that, so just give me a second. Okay, I'm back with all of my blocks here, and now we're going to have to find a spot. I think this area right here, like pretty much next to our ladder, is going to be nice, so let's head over there right now. All right, so let's build up this little area right here, and at this point I should probably tell you guys what we're actually building, and that is going to be a nice little crane design. So let's build up a little bit of an area like this, and then instead of having like just a main central pillar, let's have 2 pillars that kind of run along the sides, maybe like this, and then we'll have like the actual crane part in the middle area here. So let's add in these slabs here to kind of mark out the crane. And then let's just go out like a bunch of blocks like this until we're pretty much like over our area here, like so. There we go. Now, as for this top area, let's add in some stairs like this. And then maybe also let's chuck a slab in right here. And then this will probably look better with a trapdoor on top of it. So let's add that on. And yeah, that looks pretty nice. Now, as for the back area where like the counterweight is going to be, oh my God, Jesus Christ. I think it might look nice if we actually do some stone slabs instead out this way. And then we'll have some spruce slabs underneath that. And I'm gonna have to clear out a little bit more of an area here so that our counterweight can actually fit in. Now let's just extend our slab down like so, and then let's add in a fence and then some actual counterweight blocks. I've gotten some polished andesite for that. Looks pretty nice. Now let's build up this little area a little bit more just so we have like an actual platform around our thing here instead of it just kind of hovering over the edge. Now I want to actually head back up here because I want to add in some extra details up here. Oh my God, Jesus. As you can see, it kind of looks a little bit like thin up here, like it can't really support much. So let's add like a little bit of extra stability up here. And I need some more slabs. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, up here, let's maybe extend our like slabs out a little bit like this, just so it looks like it's like kind of supporting it a little bit better at least. Then we're gonna have to crack out the old scaffolding for this part. Let's jump back down. Now I'm gonna have to be very, very careful around this area because if I fall, I'm pretty much a goner. I don't have a water bucket on me, so yeah, oh my God, that's scary. Okay, so right here, let's add on a barrel. I actually want this to be facing downwards, not like that. So let's replace it. There we go. Next, to make this barrel look a little bit more interesting, let's surround it with some signs, which once again, yeah, I'm kind of scared doing this. I'm just making this platform a little bit bigger than it needs to be. Oh my God, that's too high. What am I doing? And then I actually want to connect some chains up to the thingy here. I know it doesn't really make sense. Just give me a second. So let's extend our slabs down a little bit like this, and then let's connect our chains up to the barrel here. There we go. And then these chains will continue down from the barrel as well. God, all of this scaffolding is absolute. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God. Did you guys see that? Holy crap. That was way too close. Oh my God. I just literally, I know I say this every time I almost die, but goosebumps just covered my entire body. Okay, we need to be a little bit more careful. And yeah, I'm actually gonna get a water bucket while we're down here, just so, if I do fall again, we have a backup plan. Oh, actually, this is a perfect time to use our brand new water elevator. I don't have to climb up the freaking giant ladder. Hell yeah, that is so nice. Okay, back to it. Yeah, let's get rid of this scaffolding now. And I want to extend this down not too far, so maybe just like past the top of this like ladder thing here. God, this is actually gonna be kind of difficult to do. Let's see if I can reach it from here. Oh my god. Okay, that was scary. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Can I reach it? Yes, I can reach it now. Okay, sweet. Let's just have it go down to there. That should be good enough for now. Now let's actually jump down to this area over here, so that we can add in our like little platform thing that the items are going to be situated on. So let's actually go down one more like this, and then let's connect that up to a stripped spruce log like so. Then let's add in some slabs kind of coming away from this, and then in the corners here, let's add in some bloody, what's it called? Spruce trapdoors. Let's add those in the corners like so. And then I didn't actually get really many blocks to actually add on top of this. So yeah, let's just place a couple of random things like some barrels and some chests. And I think I will actually head back and grab in a couple extra blocks that I want, just because, yeah, that's not too many. Okay, I'm back with some blocks. So maybe on this spot right here, let's add in an extinguished campfire. Over on this corner, a hay bale, why not? And then, yeah, I don't know what to put in this corner. Let's just put another barrel, why not? Okay, that should work. Oh my god, dude, what am I doing? I don't know how I haven't actually died in this world yet, like... Now, I don't know if it'll look better adding signs, like, surrounding this. I don't know. I feel like it won't, but let's just try it and see how it looks. Actually, yeah, I think it could look cool. It'll make it look like everything's actually, like, contained, instead of, like, I don't know, like, it can fall off at any moment, you know? Also, let's keep this water bucket right here, just in case if I fall, because, yeah, that's gonna be the only thing that saves us. And yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Let's also go ahead and chuck a lantern on top of one of these, just because. Now it's time to actually add some details onto our main crane area here. Main crane, hell yeah. So on top of these little stump things here, let's chuck on some spruce stairs like so. Then let's put some spruce trapdoors on these little, like, cross points here, and then we'll also surround the rest of this with some spruce signs. Now, it's kind of annoying. We're not going to be able to do them in here because you can only actually place one on. Yeah, it definitely sucks. So... yeah, I mean, oh well. Now let's add like some little support kind of things. So let's place some fences maybe like this, and then maybe a fence gate here and a fence gate there. And then let's actually add some more like signs around this area as well. Okay, and then let's also maybe add in some signs up here as well. Just feel like that will probably look pretty good. And yeah, I mean, that's looking pretty nice. It looks kind of weird how this is like a lower than this side, but I mean, oh well. It's not that bad, I don't think, hopefully. Maybe one extra thing that could look cool is actually adding in like a bit of a stone platform instead of dirt here. It makes it look a little bit more kind of supported, I guess, and makes it stand out instead of just being on grass. So let's add in all of our stone here. Also can't forget to add in these middle blocks as well. And yeah, that should be looking pretty good. Let's go back over this side and take a quick little gaze at it. Oh, dude, that looks so cool. Hell yeah, that is awesome. I feel like it needs a lantern on it somewhere, but I don't know where we could really add one. Oh, maybe like hanging right there. Yeah, let's chuck one in there. Why not? Okay, and hell yeah, that is looking awesome. Okay, and now for the next upgrade to our city. Okay, what the hell are you doing? Get out of here, mate. This one's going to be to all of the roofs of all of the buildings. And I'll just give a quick little demonstration here to this one building. So the first thing I want to do is actually replace all of these top blocks here with some more stone slabs. I don't know, I feel like this just makes it look a little bit more kind of upgraded, a little bit more established looking, a little bit more, I don't know, just like cool looking, I guess. I think what actually might look cool is not doing this to every single roof, but maybe just like, maybe like 50% of all the buildings, just to make them look a little bit more different from each other, because yeah, the styles are very pretty much exactly the same thing between all of them. So just adding this to some will kind of vary the design a little bit. And we also have another thing here that will help kind of make all of the buildings look a little bit more unique from each other. Oh my god, and of course I forgot freaking of course I forgot my bloody trapdoors, man. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back with some trapdoors now, and yeah, I'm just gonna quickly showcase the other thing that I want to add to a bunch of the roofs, and that's going to be a chimney design. So we're just gonna add in like some textured stone and stone bricks like so, and then on here let's chuck in a, oh my Jesus Christ, okay, let's add a campfire there and surround it with some trapdoors. And then at the very top here, let's cap it off with an iron trapdoor, and let's go quickly have a look at how this actually looks, because I'm not exactly sure about it. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. I think it's maybe one block too high, so yeah, let's actually lower that a little bit here. Okay, and let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's much better. So yeah, definitely only 2 blocks above the actual roof there, or else it does look kind of weird. weird. And yeah, that actually looks awesome. I love that. And then one extra thing that I want to add to some special buildings, like the library and also our archery range building here, is going to be a little flag design. And this idea is actually thanks to someone in the comments. I'm probably putting their name on the screen right now. So thank you so much for that suggestion. That's really cool. I didn't even think of that on my own. So yeah, props to you for that idea. That's really cool. So yeah, let's once again replace our trim here with some stone bricks instead. And then in this like intersection point, let's add in some spruce fences. Actually, let's make it the base of that instead. A stone brick wall like that. And then let's maybe go up one more with a fence, and then we'll cap it off with another stone brick wall on top, just like that. And now let's actually add in our flag blocks. And I've opted for blue wool just because, I don't know, it looks nice and it's my favorite color as well. So why not? And let's just do something very small and simple like that. Let's actually, instead of going forwards with these blocks, let's go backwards. I feel like that might look a little bit better. And yeah, there's that done. Let's go back down and have a quick look at how this looks from far away. And hell yeah, that actually looks so nice. I love that idea. That is awesome. Yeah, it just makes it kind of stand out from the rest of the buildings. And like, you know, this is kind of a special building, you know. It's got the archery range in there. Yeah, that is awesome. Also, I just realized I forgot to add details to that freaking thing there. I forgot to add our like signature design. Don't worry, we can fix that up real quick right now. Let's just slap that in. Hell yeah, okay. I don't know how I didn't notice that before, but that's looking much better. All right, and so yeah, now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just add in a bunch of those details to like pretty much just random buildings. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that as a time lapse because yeah, it's pretty much the same thing we just did, and I'll be adding it to random buildings everywhere. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started right now. Alright, and just before we continue on to the next build, let's actually enchant another piece of our armor here. Let's just go with the legs, why not? So let's chuck this in and hope that we get... Oh, yes! Again! Yes, we got protection for again. Hell yes. And I'm breaking 3. Hell yeah, that is perfect. That's the exact enchantment that we want. Protection 4 is just like goated. Now let's go ahead and slap mending onto this as well, and hell yes. Half of our armor is now enchanted. We've got 2 more pieces to go. Once again, I am level 26, meaning I can't enchant anything anymore until we get more levels. So yeah, once we get back to level 30, we'll probably enchant our chest plate. Now, for the next build I want to add to our village, we need to snag something. Yes, which is down here. Hell yeah. And you might be able to tell what we're going to be building just based on this item here. But yeah, I'll meet you guys back up there. Just give me a second. All right, and so now that we have a bell, we can actually go ahead and make a bell tower. Why the hell not, you know? So let's clear out a little bit of an area here. Just big enough for, like, not too crazy big of a bell tower, but just like a decent size one, you know? So firstly, let's lay out the corners of our tower here, and actually might move this back one. And now let's raise all of our little pillars here up. There we go. Let's connect these up at the tops. And then I think we're just going to go with like a normal kind of castle style roof for this bell tower. And I've actually got some andesite to texture this as well, just so it stands out a little bit more from the rest of the builds. And I just felt like plain stone was like not really too good enough for this. And I've also got cracked stone bricks as well to texture the stone bricks, just because, yeah, same thing. I felt like it needs a little bit of extra texture. All right, now with all of our stairs added on, let's place some spruce fence gates in between these. This might look weird at the moment, but just give it a second and it'll all make sense. So on top of these, let's place in some, let's actually do some solid stone. So yeah, on top of all of these stair blocks, we'll be placing in some solid blocks like so. And then in between all of these, we'll be placing in some slabs. Back down to the main tower here, let's add in a little bit of cracked stone brick texture just to make it look a little bit kind of unique, I guess. Like we want to add some texture into this that's going to be pretty light and like not very noticeable, you know? And cracked stone bricks is probably the perfect block for that. Hell yeah, not too much, not too little, looks good. Next, let's add in the area where we're going to be placing in all of our doors, and these are actually all going to be raised up 1 block from the surface. Now let's place in a floor block in here, and then we'll chuck all of our doors on like so. Now above these, let's place in a bunch of upside down stone brick stairs, and then we're going to place some more stone brick not like that, what the hell. Then we're going to place some more stone brick stairs at the very tops here, and then above all of these first stair blocks, let's place in some more solid stone bricks. Also add in some cracked stone bricks as well, just for a little bit extra texture. Now let's crack out the scaffolding and also our bell and head up our scaffolding here. Then we can just place in in a slab right here and chuck our bell on as well. Hell yeah, that looks nice. Now, as for this area down here where the doors are, let's go ahead and add in some stone brick slabs in front of all of these, so we can actually like walk up to the door instead of having to jump up, you know. Then beside all of these, let's add in some stone blocks. Next, let's add in a cute little roof above all of these doors as well. So we're just going to be placing some stairs like so, and then some slabs in between those. Let's just do this for every single door, of course. Right after I hit the hay. I'm a very tired boy out here. And now to connect these up with the bottom area here, let's just place in some stone brick walls and some fences above those. Definitely a nice little like support kind of detail, and it looks awesome. Hell yes. Now let's just quickly connect this up with our pathway as well. We only need a couple of blocks to do that, thankfully, and I already have those in my inventory. And so let's slap those in like so. There we go. And hell yeah, there's a quick and easy, nice little bell tower to add to our village. Well, actually, it's more of a city now that we've added in all of this stuff. Getting some nice upgrades in. Hell yeah. All right, and now it's time to add in a brand new building, the blacksmith. And I think up here is going to be the absolute perfect spot for it because it's already pretty nice and flat. I do want to bring the landscape down just one block. Yeah, there we go. That's looking pretty nice. And I actually have a pretty interesting idea for this build. So I'm not sure if it's actually going to work out or not, but yeah. So right off the bat, it might look like a pretty standard build for this village, but we're actually going to be doing something pretty interesting for this. So first, let's lay out all of the pillars, of course. Okay, and there we go. There's the layout of the pillars. I also just went ahead and added in the roof while we're up there. I mean, might as well. And now for down at the bottom, we're going to be keeping all of this area pretty much open, except we're actually going to be adding in some walls at the back area. So yeah, something like that. Then let's replace all of the ground here with some stone blocks. There we go. And now, so yeah, this is going to be kind of like the inside of the workshop, like the blacksmith workshop, I guess. So at the back wall here, let's maybe add in a couple of anvils like so. Maybe even like a table as well. Let's add like 2 in like that and strip those. And then beside this, let's add in like a little bit of a water like quenching station thing, you know, where you put in like your hot tools to cool them down. There we go. And then, oh, something that would actually look cool next to that is some signs. Let me craft some real quick. Bang, bang. There we go. That looks pretty cool. I'm just going to leave this sign here for now so I can pick my bucket back up. And now, I'm not exactly sure how I want to do this, but I want to have like a little like smithing thing here, I guess. And if you remember in the first episode, we turned off the do fire tick. So hopefully our wood should not get caught on fire from the lava, which would definitely suck. And yeah, so maybe let's try out something like this with some stairs. And then in here, let's chuck some lava in. And yeah, I think, I don't know. It might look better if we instead do something where it's just one block in the middle, kind of like this, and then we'll like block off the sides, maybe with just our standard wall blocks. So let's fill all of this in like so. And then, oh yeah, that'll actually look kind of cool. Let's curve the stairs like so. Let's chuck out, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. That was close. Let's chuck our lava back in. And then in front of it, let's add some iron bars like so. And then, ooh, this should definitely look cool. Let's grab some slabs, put some slabs there, and then some more stairs like so. And yeah, it does. It looks a little bit weird, but it actually looks kind of cool at the same time. So yeah, let's leave it like that. That looks cool. And then on this side, let's just add in like some slabs maybe here. And that way, theoretically, the blacksmith guy can, you know, easily come in here and just like freaking heat up his tools or whatever he does with it, you know? And yeah, that's pretty cool. We just got like a built-in smelting thing. Now, I do want to connect this up to like a chimney. It's not going to be exact. Like theoretically, the chimney should go through the pillars here, but I think I'll make it on this block here. So let's crack out the old scaffolding and go up. So it'll be this block right here. I know it doesn't really matter that much, but it's just something I like to do. Oh, okay. Don't even have any of my freaking chimney blocks. We'll have to come back and do that in a minute. Let's just leave our scaffolding there for the moment. Also, we will go back and grab some ladders. Oh, where am I going to put them in? There would have been a good spot, but we're blocking it off with this. Actually, I know how we're going to do it. Let's grab that water, and then let's move this trap door kind of actually on the inside block here. There we go. And then we can just waterlog this. Hell yeah, that looks awesome, dude. And that way we can put our ladders right there up to the second floor. Speaking of, let's add in the ceiling for this floor here. Perfect amount of slabs. Jesus Christ. And now, because I don't have any ladders, let's use our scaffolding to get up to the second floor. And up here, let's just add in our standard wall designs. I might also add in some windows to these as well. And then this second floor is going to kind of be like the living quarters of the blacksmith. So we'll add in like a bed up here and some chests and stuff as well. All right, and there we go. There's the upstairs area. Well, half done. Now let's just quickly go through and add in all of our detailing blocks. You might remember these. You know, we're just adding this design here, and then we're going to add this below all of the pillars pillars like so. And yes, I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and do all of that right now. All right, I'm back with the blocks I need. So firstly, let's just go ahead and add in our chimney like so. Surround all of this with some trap doors. Cap it off with an iron one. There we go. Let's also, while we're here, add in our windows. Bang, bong. Then as for down here, I actually want to add in some texture to our floor here with some andesite blocks. I just feel like it makes it look a little bit more kind of lived in and rugged, how a blacksmith kind of should look. Oh my god, of course it starts raining, man. And something extra I wanted to add in is to just kind of make this look like it's like spilling out into the actual like pathway that it's going to be connected to. So let's add in all of these blocks, and then let's also just of course connect it up to the pathway. All right, there we go. We're now connected up. Now let's place our ladders in so we can actually head upstairs. And up here, let's add in our bed, of course. Oh, my logs. I used all my logs. God damn it. Okay, this guy's a blacksmith. He uses stone for his bedside tables. And let's also chuck in a nice little flower pot next to that. Okay, yeah, I actually need some logs. The trees are thankfully right here. Let's just go snag a couple of logs while we're here. All right, heading back upstairs. Up here, I wanted to add in this little crossbeam so that we can hang a lantern from that. And then on this side of the house here, let's add in a little table design. We don't really have anything to put on it, unfortunately. So, yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that. And now down here, oh, I feel like it's a little bit bland. We need something on top of these tables, and I want it to kind of relate to blacksmithing a little bit. So we're gonna add a button on there. I don't know what that's supposed to be, like a lump of something that he's working on. There, yeah, I mean, it's good enough for me. And now let's also add in some lanterns down here as well. We'll just add 2 in these spots like so. There we go. There's our blacksmith complete. And now for the final upgrades I want to add to our town is going to be a giant wall that surrounds this entire thing. And also I want to add in just a couple of extra buildings around the place, just in some spots where I feel like they, I mean, it could use some buildings. Like right here, this spot's a little bit kind of bland and open, so we could probably just add in an extra like building here. Just place in the outlines for it. Why the hell not? I might as well just build it now. Give me a second, I'll build this real quick. All right, and there we go. There's our completed house design. But now the next thing I actually want to move on to is our wall design. And so I'm going to be going with something a little bit more simple than what I did in the previous series, just because our area here is pretty circular. So it's going to be hard to do a very like detailed wall design because we're going to have to constantly be like bending it and snaking it around the place. And in the end, I don't think it's going to end up looking that good. So I'm probably going to do something very similar to what we did in the Nether. And then we're going to have this kind of like staged wall where it's going to kind of stick out and then it's going to go back in and change between stone bricks and stone. And it's also going to alternate in heights as well. And yeah, so actually right here is where I'm probably going to be adding in the gate of the village, just because our main pathway is right here. And I'm going to extend this all the way up probably towards our base up there. And yeah, so of course I'm going to be doing this wall as a time lapse just because, you know, it's probably the most boring thing you could watch me do in real time. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started doing that right now. Okay, and now with all of our walls added in, this is how our village is looking, and it's looking awesome. Hold on, just let me turn my render distance up a little bit higher. And hell yeah, that looks so good. Look at that. I feel like we definitely need to add maybe like watchtowers or something, just to kind of define the corners of the walls a little bit better, but we'll probably do that in a future episode. And now the final thing that I want to go ahead and do is, of course, release all of our villages into our new town. I should also probably slap a freaking thing across here real quick. But just before we release them, I do want to add a little bit of a fence around this because I can see them just, you know, waltzing on down and falling to their demise. So yeah, we definitely need to add a fence around this, which kind of sucks. Like it does affect like the aesthetic a little bit, but it'll be worth it in the end. I'd rather have alive villages than, you know, a nice wide open hole, if you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly surround this entire thing with some fences. So yeah, just give me a second. Okay, so there there's our big fence added around the entire area. So now it's time to finally release these poor guys that have been living in the darkness for God knows how long. And we've got our first escapee. Oh, he's getting blocked by the golem. Yeah, big boy's in your way. Oh, he's in my way too. Oh, he's gone out. He's set free. Yes. Yes, guys. We even got a little one over here. We got a couple of little ones. Hell yeah. Go and explore your brand new village, guys. We've got a farmer guy over here. Oh, okay. They can probably go into the nether, so I might have to add like a fence gate or something in front of that. Let's just temporarily block it off with some stone. Gamers, now that our medieval city is mostly completed, it's time to start another project, transforming a lake into a fishing village. Now I have so many awesome ideas for how I want it to look, so let's honestly just get started. All right, so first, hello? What the hell? Oh, see you later, buddy. Okay, so for step 1, we of course need to find a suitable location. I'm basically just looking for a decently sized lake that is preferably rounded and close to our base. Now, I know there is this big river that runs alongside our base here, so I might just follow this until we find a nice area. And yeah, so I'm pretty much just gonna have a bit of a scout around, and I'll check back in with you guys once I've found a spot. Okay, so after quite a bit of scouting, I've ended up just coming back to this spot right here, which is thankfully right next to our existing village. Now, I know it's not really meeting any of the criteria that I said before. It's not a lake and it's not rounded, or it actually does meet one of the criteria, that being it is very close to our area already. But yeah, to get this the way I want it, we're gonna have to do quite a bit of terraforming. I want to come in and just remove all of this dirt that's pretty much where I've just outlined. So yeah, I might end up just actually leaving this as a river, and I'll add the town. I don't even know, to be honest. I kind of screws up all of my plans that I had. So yeah, we'll just kind of have to do it as we go. And so yeah, now I'm just going to start landscaping and taking away all of this dirt, so let's get started. Okay, and there we go. There's our terraformed area all done. And so now with that done, it's time for step 2, which is going to be gathering all of the resources we need to, of course, build our village. So we're going to be needing pretty much mostly oh my god. What the hell? Oh, no, I don't feel like doing a raid. Go away, brother. I'm just gonna try and ignore those guys and pretend that didn't happen. And so just before we start harvesting wood, I think it's finally time to upgrade this area. Okay, so I'm thinking for our upgraded tree harvesting area, let's add it into this spot over here. And of course, there is more raiders down here, man. What are they doing? Okay, well, yeah, never mind. We're not gonna go down there because I don't feel like doing a raid right now because I don't have a lot of time. So instead, let's maybe add it to this area right here. It's pretty flat already, so yeah, it should work pretty well, and it's really close to our base as well. I might just flatten off a little bit of the area here. Firstly, I want to mark out where we're going to be adding our trees in, and I want 4 in total now instead of having like 3 or 2. All right, and so now I'm just going to mark out pretty much where I want the trees to be, which is going to be these blocks here, and then I'll leave a gap of, I don't know, like 5 between them, maybe a little more. And now for the next 2, let's just make them over this way, just like that. Hell yeah. Now I'm going to clear out a bit of a bigger area around these, and these little gaps here is where we're going to be adding in our hoppers that are going to collect all of the saplings and extra wood and stuff that drops off the trees. That way I don't have to like, you know, like hang around and wait for all the saplings to drop and stuff. So I can just harvest the logs and pretty much leave whenever I want. Okay, and I've also added in these little areas here, of course, for the chests. So let's place all of those in. And then for the hoppers, we're of course just going to be placing in pretty much everything in here and just making sure that all of the hoppers basically point in towards the chest. Now, I feel like I definitely do not have enough hoppers here. Probably only even going to have enough just for this one, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the general idea. Now we can go ahead and plant our saplings on here, grow the tree. Once we harvest it, all the stuff will fall into the hoppers and into the chest. And yeah, so I'm pretty much out of wood for chests for the hoppers. So yeah, I'm just going to harvest this tree a couple of times and I'll be back in a second. Okay, and there we go. There's all of the hoppers added in and all of our trees as well. And the last thing that I just want to quickly do is pretty much replace all of the ground in the middle here and also just one layer around this with some spruce slabs because why not? It'll make it look a little bit nicer at least. Okay, and there we go. That's looking pretty nice. And now with our upgraded area, I'm pretty much just going to be now harvesting a whole bunch of trees because we're going to be needing a whole bunch of wood for our village. So let's go ahead and get started right now. All right, now with all of the stuff obtained, it's finally time to start step 3, which is actually creating the village. So firstly, I'm going to set up a little bit of a workstation here just to offload all of my extra crap. And so starting off, I want to lay out the entire length of the dock here because I do have an idea in mind on how I want this to look. So let's start it off right here. And then it's pretty much just going to line the entire edge here of the thingamajig of the actual land here. And I want this dock to be pretty big. So I think we're going to go 5 blocks wide here with pillars on the ends like so. And yeah, so now I'm pretty much just going to line this entire area here with the dock designs. And yeah, I'm just going to do that as a time lapse real quick. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, and there is the base of pretty much all of the docks that I want to add into this area. You may have also noticed that all of this was raised up by 1. Yes, I went through the arduous task of frickin' removing everything that I placed and then placing it up 1 higher, just because I feel like it looks a lot nicer having a step down into this secondary area. And oh my god, of course it starts raining. Right, well, it's time for another building in the rain with disruptive segment. And yeah, so that pretty much leads into the first builds that I want to create. And so these are going to pretty much just be some trading stalls that are going to be on stilts in the water. Let's just go ahead and, I don't know, just slap the first one in right here. Why not? So these are going to be pretty small because we obviously do not have a lot of room in here. So maybe just 5 by 5 little buildings here. Well, actually, it looks like it's getting pretty dark. I wonder if I can sleep. Yes. All right. Building in the rain with disruptive segment is now over. Okay, so now let's raise these pillars up just a little bit. I don't want them to be too tall, so maybe just 3 blocks past the surface of the dock here. And now for these buildings, I'm wanting to do a completely different style to the already existing village we've done, just to keep it nice and fresh and different. So for the walls for this, we're going to actually be doing a textured pattern of stripped oak logs and then also just regular oak planks. I feel like it fits in with the kind of beachside or a dock vibe pretty well. And yeah, so now let's of course go ahead and grab a bunch of oak stairs and slabs and just some other random stuff as well. Just give me a second here. Okay, so starting off the roof, let's head over to this side over here and just start adding in the trim like so. Might need to crack out the old scaffolding here. And yeah, let's continue adding the roof. And I've already messed it up. Oh my god. How did I already manage that? Okay, there we go. That's how it should be. And yeah, so there we go. There's the trim of the roof. We're going to repeat this on the opposite side, of course. And we're also just going to connect them up as well using some oak planks and oak stairs. And yeah, so just give me a second and I'll get this done right now. Okay, and there we go. There's the roof done. I did originally have oak stairs here, but I feel like it looks a little bit nicer just having slabs instead. And that way we have the trim kind of poking above the actual roof. And I feel like it looks kind of nice. All right, now as for the front here, let's just continue adding in our same wall design. And then I want to have kind of a tabletop selling stall station here, I guess. I don't really know how else to explain it. And also as for this area as well, maybe yeah, let's actually extend it out a little bit like this, and that way we can have kind of stock on this platform or something. Let me actually make a couple of barrels and chests. Give me a second here. So yeah, let's actually replace this block here with a pillar like so, and then let's just add in a couple of random blocks like some barrels, some chests, maybe even an extinguished campfire here, and also maybe a lantern on top of this barrel as well. Bang, there we go. Hell yeah, that looks kind of cool. I feel like it might need maybe another chest right there. Yes, that looks good. Okay, now back to this front area here. Let's go ahead and add in our trapdoor here. This is kind of like our entrance in. We also have obviously another entrance here as well, but actually yeah, that's kind of weird. Let's get rid of that and just make it entirely stairs across here. Maybe even make the stairs curved at the sides just to give it a little bit more visual interest, I guess. And then up here, let's add in a bunch of fence gates, and then let's add a fence here with a lantern hanging down from that as well. And hell yeah, that's a nice little looking stall right there. Obviously lacking some interior detail. Let's actually just whack in some random blocks in here just to add in a little bit of detail. And I also want to fill in these little gaps here just because it looks kind of weird having those open. There we go. Okay, and I actually feel like this kind of looks weird now. So let's actually fill this in just on the sides like that, and we'll add in our upside down stair block like so. And then let's actually go ahead and make some doors as well and slap that on just like that. There we go. And actually, I feel like this lantern here might look a bit better on the log instead of on the barrel, just because it kind of matches the rest of the logs, having the lanterns on like so. And yeah, there we go. There's our first little dockside base done. Well, it's not really a base. It's more like a trading stall. And yeah, so now I'm pretty much just going to repeat this similar kind of design. Not exact, but pretty similar. And we'll just maybe add in another one here, maybe like a bit of a longer one. And then I want to add some alongside this dock as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that as a time lapse right now. Okay, and now with all of our dockside little buildings added in here, it's time to start adding some extra decorations to our main dock here that lines the entire, like, edge of the river here. And so the main thing that I'm wanting to be adding is just a whole bunch of, like, trading stall kind of table things, I guess. I don't really know how else to explain it, but yeah, they're just kind of tables that have random decorations on them to look like trading stalls. So I've got a whole bunch of flower pots and different kinds of flowers, so we can chuck some of them in like so. And yeah, I don't know exactly, like, what these are actually selling. Yeah, but it's just pretty much there for the decoration, obviously. So yeah, there's the first example of like a little bit of a trading stall kind of thing. And now we're just going to pretty much scatter these across the entire area. So let's maybe chuck in another one here. And let's have another one that's a little bit longer. And actually, instead of just having entirely logs here, let's add some spruce slabs in between and then cap it off with another log on the end. And let's strip those as well, of course. Now in this one, let's maybe add like a wooden button and then maybe also like a cornflower in this one. And then over here, let's place a campfire and extinguish it, of course, and maybe just like a couple of buttons. This one can maybe be like a wood stall. I don't know, to be honest. Then over in this section over here, let's, of course, once again, add some more. Let's kind of stagger them a little bit as well, so they're kind of like, you know, not exactly in line with each other. Then I'm going to place a bed on top of this one, so I can actually sleep. Gotcha, guys. You really thought I was going to put a bed on there, didn't ya? Okay, cut that out. That was absolutely cringe. What the hell am I doing? And in this one, let's maybe take out one of these blocks here and add in a freaking cartography table. Why not? Then over on this one, let's just have like a whole bunch of flower pots. Let's do an azalea, a flowering azalea beside it, and then let's do a poppy and a dandelion. Hell yeah, that looks pretty nice. Now over here, let's of course add in another one. This time, let's have like maybe a cauldron on the end of this, and then maybe a wooden button and a stone button as well. Let's actually orient this button a little bit differently. There we go. That looks kind of cool. Then let's have another stall over here, of course. Maybe in this one, let's add a composter in the middle. Actually, I feel like this would look a little bit better having the composter on the end. And then let's place the stripped logs in like so. Let's actually just do 3. And then on these, let's place some flower pots with some more flowers. Hell yeah. And I mean, you guys pretty much get the idea at this point, you know, just random stuff here. Let's maybe add a barrel on this one. Then over here, let's have like maybe a chest. Let's actually change these ones to be facing that way, and let's leave them unstripped. Why the hell not? And yeah, so I'm pretty much just going to continue this. I'll add in maybe a couple more over on this side, and yeah, just give me a second and I'll get that done right now. Alright, and there we go. There's the tables all done. I also went ahead and just added a bunch of lanterns on top of the tables as well, just to brighten up the area and just, you know, add a little extra decoration to them. And yeah, so that pretty much does it for the entire top of the dock area here. Now I want to go to some places where we have our little entrances, if I can find it. There we go. And I want to add like a little bit of a step here, because right now it's just, you know, you got to jump up here. It's a little bit annoying. So I just want to add a little super simple step like this, and maybe in front of it, let's also add in some spruce trapdoors as well, kind of like how we've done over here. Then over here, let's maybe add in another one, might as well. I'm not going to add trapdoors to that one this time, just because I feel like it's going to look a little bit weird if it isn't completely straight like that one. Now let's maybe add another one over here, and for the last one, right over here. Bang, there we go. Okay, now what I want to do is add some more houses that pretty much line the entire area around the dock. These are of course going to be on the land here instead of like, you know, over the water. So I might need to clear out a little bit more of the dirt here, and I'll kind of do that as I go because I do want to build the first house here. Okay, so for the first building, let's just place in the outline blocks, and this might be a little bit too close. Let's actually move it back a couple of blocks. Here we go, and then let's extend it out that way and then out this way as well. I still might be a little bit too close, but oh well, should be right. Now I'm going to raise these ones up by 3 blocks, and then these back 4, we're going to go up another 3 blocks. Okay, and now for this side of the building here, let's go ahead and add in our roof design, and this is of of course, going to be pretty much exactly the same as the roof that we've already added over there. And I was thinking maybe for these houses that are going to be actually on the land, let's maybe add like a bit of a stone like trim at the very top in the middle of the roofs here. Let's actually go back and see if this looks kind of cool, because I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. I don't know, man. Let me turn it to daytime and let's have a look. Yeah, I think it's just too many different blocks for the roof. We've got oak, spruce, and then stone. I think it's just a little bit too much. Oh my god, and the guys are back. Look at them, man. God damn it. I don't want to have to deal with these pricks, man. So yeah, let's just leave it kind of normal. It was a decent idea. I do want these houses to look different, the ones that are actually on the land. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go about doing that yet, but we might figure it out as we go. And yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and add in the roof for this one up here. Okay, and there we go. There's our roofs added in. Now for this area here, let's add in some stone slabs like so, and then let's start adding in our walls too. And this area here is going to be kind of like the balcony for this like exit that's going to be up here, if that makes any sense. And then right here, we're going to add some oak fence gates like so. And then let's also add in some oak stairs. And this is kind of like a trading front area, I guess. Then just to cap off this area, let's maybe place some spruce trapdoors around like so, just so it doesn't look so kind of weird. And then let's add some oak slabs in for the roof here, if I can place them. God damn it, man. Okay, and yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in all of the walls here, and then we'll also add the door in here as well. So just give me a second, and we'll do that right now. All right, and there we go. There's the first house all done. Obviously, the interior is not done, so let's quickly add in a bit of a floor here. Okay, there we go. There's the floor all done. Now let's also maybe add in like a staircase up over to the top floor here. Bang, there we go. Let's also fill in this weird gap here and also over here. Oh, and there's even more gaps down here. Jesus Christ, man, what am I doing? Okay, and then as for the details, let's maybe chuck in a flower. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay, I did not mean to do that. Let's, yeah, chuck in a flower pot right there. For the inside little shop area, let's maybe add in a barrel and a chest over here. Let's maybe add one underneath the stairs as well. And then let's just fill up the rest of the spots here with some stripped oak logs like so. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Actually, that looks kind of weird now. Let's just fill it entirely with stripped oak logs. There we go. Now over in this corner, let's maybe add in another barrel and a chest. Maybe chuck in another flower pot over here with an azure blue in there. And then as for this balcony, let's maybe add in another chest and another goddamn bloody barrel right there with a flower pot and, you know, maybe an azalea in this one. There we go. Hell yeah, all done. And yeah, so there we go. There's our first house. And yeah, so I'm pretty much just going to be doing the rest of the houses in a time lapse because, you know, they're in the same kind of style. I might change up the shape quite a bit, but yeah, it's pretty much just going to be the exact same thing, just a different shape. So let's get started doing that right now. Alright, and there we go. There is the village now fully complete. I also just went around and added in a whole bunch of grass using some bone meal, of course. So now it doesn't look so weird, and we got like a bunch, probably a little bit too much grass actually. I might need to trim this up a little. But yeah, there's our entire fishing village completed. And yeah, I'm actually very happy with the way this turned out, and I feel like it looks pretty cool. Gamers, the time has finally come to create a brand new base of operations. Now our old base has absolutely nothing wrong with it. I just wanted to build something way bigger and way better. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I actually want to go ahead and do is enchant our remaining 2 pieces of armor here, our helmet and our chest plate. And so as you can see, I only have 30 levels at the moment, and we actually need 33 in order for us to be able to enchant both of them. So I'm going to head down here to our villagers and just do a couple of trades with them, and hopefully that gets us up to a level 33. Okay, and unfortunately, it didn't get us to level 33, so I'm probably gonna have to wait for them to restock before I can do it again. But we can still enchant at least 1 piece of armor, so let's just go ahead and throw our chest plate in. I, of course, forgot to grab some frickin' lapis. There we go. Now let's chuck our chest plate in and see what we get. Blast protection 4. Honestly, I'm happy with that because, like, creepers, dude, honestly, I hate them so much. So, yeah, I'm honestly very happy with blast protection. Okay, we didn't get unbreaking at all. That kind of sucks. But, I mean, oh well, what can you do, you know? So now I'm just going to quickly make a book. Let's head up and grab a mending book real quick. There we go. And then we're just going to quickly slap that onto our piece of armor just so we can heal it up. And there we go. Hell yeah. Oh, okay. There goes our anvil. Rightio. Well, it's not like we have basically infinite iron anyway, so we can just go ahead and make another one. Hell yeah. Alright, and so now with our piece of armor enchanted, it's time to go ahead and actually get started with the main subject of this episode, which is, of course, creating our brand spanking new base. Now, I want this base to be quite large. So, yeah, we're going to need to find an absolutely massive, like, nice flat area. We will most likely have to do a bit of terraforming, but yeah, I've just accepted that fact by now. And now, I kind of want this base to be close to our existing main village here. We of course do have our fishing village over on the opposite side, but I feel like this will be a decent spot because I do have a couple of projects planned for over in that direction. Stay tuned for the next episode for that, by the way. But yeah, I am actually really liking this spot up here. Of course, it isn't completely flat. We'll probably have to remove this layer of grass here, and we'll have to probably flatten off a whole bunch of the area around it just because the sheer size of this base is just too big to fit on this area here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started terraforming right now. Okay, and now with all of the terraforming done, this is what we're working with here. And I still feel like this might be a little bit too small, so we'll just kind of expand it as we go. But, yeah, for now what we're going to be doing is just laying out all of our pillars. So let's just go ahead and chuck one in right here. And now I have done a little bit of planning ahead, and I've made like just a bit of a base design. Get it, you know, because it's a base design. Jesus Christ, man, I could not be any like unfunnier than that. And yeah, so I have like a general idea of how I want this base to end up looking. And so right now I'm just kind of laying out the foundation, just all of the pillars here. So the space is going to be in a bit of a U shape. As you can see, this is where the front door is going to be right here. And then we have this bit that sticks out in, yeah, a bit of like a U shape, you know what I'm trying to say. And then it's going to come back this way. And then we're going to branch this off all the way around there, create another U and branch back up to our door area over yonder. So now what I'm going to do is just lay out all of the base of our pillars, and then I'll raise all of these up to their correct heights as well, which of course will be a time lapse starting right now. Alright, now with our pillars done, off in the distance over there, as you can see, I now have 30 levels, just because I've been trading with our villagers down in our trading dungeon. So now it is finally time to enchant our last piece of armor here, which is going to be, of course, my helmet. Let's slap that in, see what we get. Aqua Affinity, I think that's probably decent. Bang. Okay. Honestly, I am not familiar with these enchantments at all. I'm guessing Respiration is probably going to be something to do with holding your breath. And Aqua Affinity, I have no idea. You know, you think being a Minecraft YouTuber for this long, you know, you think I'd have an idea what these enchantments do, but yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, we of course need to get our bloody book here to smack on our helmet. So let me get the good old mending, of course. There we go. And let's chuck that onto our helmet. Hell yes. There we go, boys. We are now fully kitted out. We've got our fully enchanted armor. Well, it's not fully enchanted, you know. We don't have protection on everything, which is what I'd like to have. I'm like pointing at my screen in real life. You guys obviously can't see that. I don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah, let's get back to the building. All right, so starting off right here, smack bang in the middle at our front door. Let's first add in some of our base like wall blocks, which is just going to be pretty much consisting of some textured stone and stone bricks. Then as for our front door here, let's chuck in some stairs in these corner blocks. Let's also replace this ground block here with some stone because it's going to annoy me if I don't. Then let's place our door on right here. And then beside that, let's chuck in a whole bunch of trapdoors like so. Might have to crack out the scaffolding for this last one. There we go. And now we can go ahead and close all of those up and head back around to the front. And you should see we have a very nice looking front door design here. Then as for above the door here in between these two little knoblets, let's place a spruce fence smack bang right in the middle. And then let's connect those up to the knoblets with some spruce fence gates. And then hanging from this fence as well, let's place in a lantern, of course. Actually, I just realized this is not what we're going to be doing. Oh my freaking god, man. We're actually going to be putting a balcony here, but we'll get back to... Hello? What the hell? What are you going on about over here, mate? What? Yeah, so we'll actually be putting a balcony on here. I'm going to do this a little bit later. But as for most of the other sections here, we will actually be doing that. Just placing in some spruce fence gates with a fence in the middle and a lantern. Of course, I missed a little knoblet up there. God damn it, man. Okay, and now back to our actual walls here. We're going to be placing in, once again, our same textured pattern here. Except, obviously, instead of placing a door on this one, we're going to do these 3 slats. And then in between in these gaps here, we're going to be placing some stairs like so. And then in between these stairs, of course, let's place in some glass panes. And these are, of course, just obviously going to be some windows. Now, as for this corner one, it's a little bit tricky to do the similar design that we did over there. So instead, we're going to do something like this and have our lantern in the actual corner over here. Looks a little bit weird, but I mean, yeah, what can you do about it? I guess we probably could actually do that instead and then change that just to a fence with no lantern. Yeah, that actually works. That looks a lot better, actually. And then, yeah, as for this smaller area, we'll, of course, just be adding in 1 window. Oh my god, if I can place the right goddamn blocks, man. Yeah, we'll be placing just 1 window, of course, and then in this area, we'll just fill this in entirely with blocks. And then over here, similar thing, 1 window, and yeah, we're pretty much just going to be repeating this exact same thing for most of the walls here, and then pretty much the same thing as well for the second floor. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do those as a very quick time lapse right now. Okay, gamers, now with all of our walls pretty much done except for the balcony area here, we'll get back to this soon. It is now time to create the roof for our base, of course. And so the way I want this to go is we're going to have our main kind of roof like arch at the back area here. So it's going to go up and then back over this way, and that'll extend all the way down to the end. And then on these areas here, we'll have the same kind of thing and they'll point in towards the main roof. I mean, we're of course going to be doing this roof as a time lapse, so you will of course see how it's going to look. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started doing it right now. Okay, and now with our glorious roof completed, it is time to now finally create this balcony here. So let's first place in our scaffolding, of course, and then let's add in our actual main balcony like platform thingamajig here. Now heading down here, I do want to add in some blocks like so, just to make it look a little bit more supported, and we might also do the same thing in the middle area here. Then I also want to place a lantern on that, and then just to make this spot look a little bit better, let's actually make it some stairs instead. There we go. Ooh, actually, I feel like this might look better using some spruce trapdoors instead of slabs. So let's change these over. And yeah, that looks pretty nice as a little balcony design. Maybe let's actually try putting some stairs on these ones instead, just because it looks kind of weird how it's so like harsh of an angle. Yeah, there we go. That looks a lot nicer. Okay, and now as for up here, let's go ahead and place in just a little bit of our ceiling blocks here, just so we can actually place our door in. And then also we'll be surrounding this with some trapdoors like we did with the door down below. Let's of course close all of of those up like so. So we have a nice little doorway entrance thing. Okay, and now as for our little roofed section here, let's add in these designs like so. This is going to be like our support pillars, I guess. Then let's once again crack out the old scaffolding and bring this all the way up here. And now for our roof design up here, I'm wanting to do something a little bit kind of different, I guess. So let's actually add in some campfires like so. And I want this to go all the way down to the end, of course. Let's extinguish those as well. And then let's add in the rest of our trapdoors here. And now let's do the same on the other side as well. Of course, I placed those the wrong goddamn way. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. That's better. Extinguish those. Chuck in our trapdoors. And now as for the main rest of the roof here, we're just going to do some simple spruce slabs like so. Now for the handguard railing things, let's add in some spruce trapdoors like so. And then let's do the same on the front here, and then right in the middle, let's add in a spruce fence. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Let's also maybe chuck a lantern on right here as well. Now heading back down under here, let's add in the supports for this because it looks kind of weird how it's just like, you know, floating. So let's add in our same little design here of some stone brick walls, and then we'll add in our fences like so in between those. And yeah, there we go. That pretty much does it for the balcony design and pretty much all of the exterior of the building as well. We of course do need to fix up some spots around here, like there's some stone, and I also want to add in our pathway. I want this to be kind of thicker when we approach the door here, and then it'll go back down to our standard 3 wide pathway. And then we'll of course connect this up probably to our town. We'll just add in another gate into the wall there. But yeah, so that pretty much does it for the exterior. I'm just going to go around and clean up all of the exposed weird bits of stone everywhere and stuff. Now, I probably won't even bother doing that as a time lapse just because, you know, it's kind of boring even for a time lapse. So yeah, we'll probably get all of that done and then we'll cut back into when we're going to be doing the interior. Okay, gamers. So now with a whole bunch of blocks that I need to create the floor and the ceiling, and also we've got some more blocks out here for all of our interior stuff. Well, not all of it. I'm probably going to need more. Yeah, now it is time to create all of the floors and the ceilings. And yeah, of course, I'm going to be doing that as a time lapse because it's the most boring thing you could ever watch. So let's get started right now. Okay, so there is all of our floor and ceilings done. Actually, we do have another ceiling to do up there. I'm not sure if I want to leave that open or not because we're not really going to need another floor. We've got plenty of space down here and up there. So yeah, we'll get to that when the time comes. Now I want to add in a bit of a staircase that leads up to our second floor up here, which is why I've kind of left this open. And yeah, the reason why I've kind of left this open is because I feel like it can probably look kind of cool having like a bit of a balcony thing here. We can have a pathway that leads across this way, and then of course our pathway with our stairs as well, which we do need to figure out now. So let's add in maybe this little platform here, and then I think I want to have stairs that come up to it from here. Let's maybe go down even one more there, and then we can have a little platform here, and then we'll have more stairs that come all the way down to here like so. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Now let's remove a little bit more of the ceiling here so we can actually walk up. There we go. And now let's go ahead and just repeat this exact same thing on the other side as well. And there we go, looking pretty good. Well, not that good so far. We actually need to add in some of these blocks here just to make it look a little bit better. And I think actually maybe from this point here, we might just fill it in with some stripped spruce logs. I feel like that'll look pretty nice. So yeah, from this point here, let's add in some logs like so, and then we'll fill in this side as well. And yeah, that looks pretty nice. I do like that a lot. Let's of course repeat this real quick on the other side. And there we go. We have a nice little staircase. It does look kind of weird actually. Let's actually fill all of this in with some solid blocks. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Now under here, I want to add in our bed. The reason why I want this so close to the front door is because, I mean, I learned this the hard way in the previous series. Having the bed so far away in your base is just kind of a chore when you want to just run in and reset the time to daytime. So placing it right in front of the door is probably the best thing. Another thing I want to add in is just some decorations and some barrels and stuff, because I do like having some storage that is like close to the bed. It's just kind of like storage that you can easily keep separate from the rest of your base. So let's maybe add in some barrels and some double chests like so, and let's maybe even add in a nice little leaf design. You guys know I love this design. Let's chuck this in right here. We'll have a slab on the bottom, and then we're going to surround the rest of it with some trap doors, and we'll of course have a slab on the top as well with more trap doors on top. There we go. Then that also allows us to hang a lantern on that block there. It also kind of sucks we can't put stuff on top of these barrels, but I mean, oh well. But yeah, that's a nice little under staircase bedroom area. I like that quite a lot. Nice and cozy looking. I think to make it look even better, we could add some carpet around this, and I'll go ahead and grab that in just a moment. I do want to add in some more things before we do that. So up here, let's go ahead and fix our ceiling up a little bit here. Now we of course need to actually connect this up to our staircase here. I don't exactly know how I want this to go just yet, but I do really like the idea of having a big hole here that lets you see into the bottom floor and vice versa from the bottom floor up to the second floor. We could add a bit of a railing around this as well. So maybe let's add some blocks here, and then I'll jump back down and grab some fences and fence gates. Let's go ahead and add in our fences like so, and our fence gates all the way across here. And yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like a nice little railing to stop you from falling down really easily. And if we wanted to go down quicker, instead of going down the staircase, we can just jump off like so. Now, as for the right side of our base over here, I think I want to add in our smelting wall on this side. So let's crack out the old furnaces and just start adding in like a whole bunch of them like so. I don't think we'll be needing an absolutely crazy amount, so I think that will be fine. And we can just add more along the top here as well. This is pretty much identical to our old base layout as well. It's just a nice and simplistic design that I enjoy quite a bit. So, you know, we don't really need to fix what ain't broken, you know? Now, as for on top of all of these furnaces, let's just sprinkle in a whole bunch of random details, like some pot plants with just some random plants inside of those. And then we'll chuck some extinguished campfires on top of them as well, just to kind of look like fuel that would be eventually used in the furnaces. But obviously, you know, it's never going to be used. Then for the side here, let's cap this off using some spruce trap doors, just to kind of give an edge to the furnaces. And then in the top here, let's fill in this little gap here with some spruce slabs like so. Now, as for the top furnaces here, let's add in some slabs on these points, and then let's fill in the rest with some trap doors. Just kind of makes it look like the furnaces are actually being supported by something, and just kind of, you know, enhances the design a bit. And now before we go any further, I actually want to add in a bunch of lanterns around the place, and I kind of want to place these in some spots. So we're going to align that like so, and align that with that pillar, and then we'll do the same down here as well. Bang. And yeah, I mean, this is kind of boring, so yeah, I'm just going to skip ahead and get all this done real quick right now. Okay, now with all of our lanterns added in, let's head back over this side and add in our enchanting area. So let's chuck our enchanting table right there, and then we're going to fill up this back wall here with some bookshelves. Now, I don't really have too many, so let's just place those in, and yeah, I can't even see what level this is at, but let's just add in those like so. We might as well add those in as well, and that should definitely be enough. But yeah, now let's go ahead and add some barrels on the sides. Now, ideally, I do want to extend these bookshelves all the way up to the ceiling just for a very nice look. So we're going to just kind of envision that right now. Just imagine this goes to the ceiling. And so off on the sides here, let's add in some barrels. How do I want to do this, eh? And then let's maybe add some more barrels there. And then I want to have a double chest there, and then maybe some slabs. Does that look kind of weird? I think it does. You know what I think would look a little bit better is instead doing like a checkered barrel style like this. Kind of looks cool. And we can put some decorations in all of these. Let's repeat this on the other side real quick. So let's put maybe some flower pots in these, and then we'll put another one there, and then maybe an extinguished campfire in this one. Let's put another extinguished campfire down the bottom here, and let's just sprinkle in some random flowers and stuff. There we go. Now this little gap at the back here is going to annoy me, so let's fill that in. There we go. And this will look perfect once we extend these bookshelves all the way up to the top. It'll look absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to do that. So yeah, that's this side of the base pretty much done, except for obviously the bookshelves. I'm not exactly sure what I want to put right here, but yeah, let's just go ahead and head over to the left side of the base here. And so in this area, let's go ahead and place in all of our crafting blocks. So let's chuck our crafting table smack bang in the middle. Then on the left and right side, let's place maybe a smithing table. Over here, we'll probably place a loom. I have to go make one of them. Then beside that, let's place our sawmill and our anvil. And then up the top, let's add in an extra slab with our grindstone. I don't know why, I just really like having the grindstone hanging from stuff. It just looks pretty cool. Then let's add those blocks in like so, and maybe chuck in some barrels just for some extra storage, you know, just for some random crafting stuff. And something else that might look cool is just adding the barrels kind of like going all along the sides here. You know, we're probably never going to use them, but it looks cool. And then as for the bottom area here underneath all of the barrels, let's maybe add in like some tables and stuff along here. Let's strip those, and yeah, that looks pretty cool. We can just add some random decorations on top of those, and yeah, that looks pretty nice. I do need to get some more tabletop decorations, and I will add those in once I get those, of course. Next, let's add some supports underneath these barrels, kind of like how we did with the furnaces over there, keeping in like the same general theme. That looks pretty cool. And let's also fill in these gaps as as well, just to complete the design, you know. And maybe even cap it off with some trapdoors as well, similar to how we did with the furnaces. And now I'm going to go and grab the couple of string that I need to make a loom real quick, because it's going to annoy me if I don't do that. Oh my god, Jesus. Hello. Oh, I don't have my sword. See you later, buddy. So yeah, give me a second. I'll go grab some string. Okay, and there we go. There's our loom added in. Now on these blocks, I think maybe just some lanterns would look kind of nice. And yeah, they look pretty cool. And I think on top of this crafting table, a flowering azalea would look pretty nice. Bang. There we go. Now, as for this area over here, beside our crafting section, let's make this the storage area. So we're just going to be pretty much filling up this entire wall here with some double chests. We're going to be leaving gaps where the windows are, just so we aren't obscuring those, because it would look kind of weird. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly fill up this entire wall with double chests, so just give me a moment. Okay, and there we go. There's our storage wall added in. I think under these double chests here that are going to be like under the windows, let's add in this design like so, just to make it look like they're actually being supported. And yeah, I think that looks kind of nice. And yeah, just to make this look a little bit better, I think what I'm going to do is just remove these ceiling blocks around it like so. And then let's crack out the old stairs and just replace those blocks with some stairs like this. And that way it just kind of makes it look like they are like contained, I guess. I don't know. It just, yeah, it looks kind of weird without having that there. I mean, you can still see a gap under there, which is a little bit annoying, but yeah, that's good enough for now. And now for these big areas, I actually did just come up with an idea, and I think what could look cool is having some indoor farm areas. Now, we probably won't end up using these all too much. They'll be mainly just for aesthetics, of course. And what's kind of annoying is the water is going to be off-centered, but oh well, what can you do? Let's go ahead and till all of that dirt, and let's also surround it all with some spruce trapdoors, just so we don't have this like ugly exposed dirt block. And maybe off on the side here, let's actually add in a little kind of staircase that allows us to get up without, you know, destroying the crops. Just like that, having like a nice little platform that allows us to go up here. Now for this side, let's place in a whole bunch of wheat, and I need to add another light here, so let's just bang one in right. So let's add one in on this spot and this spot as well, just to keep the area nice and bright. And then let's just plant all of our seeds like so. And yeah, that's a nice little farming plot. Now let's just repeat this exact same thing pretty much on the other side real quick. And so just to keep it a little bit different on this side, let's add in some carrots instead of wheat, just because I feel like it looks nice alternating the crops. And then another light, and then another, and then another, and then another. And then another nice detail that I'd like to add is just adding in some composters in the corners here as well. And hell yeah, that's a nice first floor. Pretty much done for now. We do have a lot of empty space here. I don't know exactly what I want to do about that. I would like to add in some nice carpets and stuff, but I do need to get some dyed wool. Okay, I'm back, and now I have a bunch of red carpets. So firstly, I want to add some around our bed here. And then I think what I want to do is actually grab some of these blocks here. And I want to make some like little island things that just take up some floor space, because we do have a lot of unused floor space here. So I think, yeah, I can't really find where I want to actually like line this up at. Let's just slap a barrel there and a couple of chests, and then let's surround this with some signs as well, just to make it look like it's kind of a contained thing. I don't really know how else to describe it, you know? Let's just kind of take a look from back here, and yeah, that actually looks like it's in a very good spot. So now let's finish it off by just grabbing out a flower pot and an azalea inside of that as well. There we go, looking nice and fine. Now let's head down to the other end and pretty much just repeat this exact same thing, just making sure that is in the right spot, which it is. Let's add our chests onto this, our azalea as well, and then finally let's surround it with the rest of our signs here. And there we go, that's looking pretty good. Now I just want to grab our last bookshelf and just, you know, add it in there. Once again, yeah, I do want to fill that in, but I'm lacking in the leather department at the moment. And now I think I just want to add a couple of like checkered rugs around the place. So let's maybe like add one here. Does that look weird? I don't know. I feel like we need some white carpet to kind of fill those gaps. But yeah, let's maybe add another one over here, and then over on this side in the same spot right smack bang there. Now I think I'm gonna go chase down some more sheep and try and get some white wool carpets just to fill in those gaps, because I feel like it looks kind of weird. So just give me a second. I'm gonna go shear a bunch of these wool that are everywhere, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with some white wool carpet now, and let's add that in. And oh man, I think it looks kind of weird, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like it needs to be like orange wool or something. Yeah, it just looks kind of weird. So we're just going to leave it out for now, and I'll kind of figure this out later. But yeah, as for the bottom floor, that is pretty much it, except for the bookshelves once again, okay? Yeah, besides that, we are now actually done with the bottom floor. I'm pretty happy with the layout. We've used up a lot of the empty space here by just adding in like this simple little design here, like a little island thing. We're probably never going to use any of the storage in here. It's mainly just for decoration, obviously. But yeah, if you have a really big base and you're struggling to fill up the empty space, just some simple designs like some rugs and some islands are a very good way to take up space. And yeah, I've kind of had a pretty long think about what I want to do with upstairs, and yeah, I don't exactly know because we kind of just have everything down here. The only things that I can think of adding is like a brewing area somewhere, but obviously we don't have any blaze rods yet because I have neglected to do that. So that will definitely be for another episode. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the interior. Now, as for the exterior, I pretty much just want to get our pathway added in and then connect it up to our village and add in a little bit of a gate there as well. So I think that spot right there is actually a pretty good spot for a gate because we'll be able to just easily add in some fence gates along here. So let's just remove this part of the wall real quick. There we go. Now let's slap our fence gates across there. I also want to quickly replace this block here with just some stone like that. And now I'm just going to go ahead and quickly link this up to the entrance of our base. So yeah, I'll just do that as a time lapse real quick right now. Okay, and now with our pathway added in, it's time to add in a nice little garden here using some flowers that I may have just harvested from the hillside over there. You know how it is out here. So yeah, first we need to get rid of this chest here because it's kind of in the way. Yeah, actually all of it is. Jesus Christ, I don't have the space for this, man. Okay, now with that cleaned up, we can go ahead and start adding in our little garden here. So I'm just going to sprinkle in a couple pieces of grass just so it doesn't look so like uniformly flowers, you know? Once I actually add in the flowers, it'll kind of make sense. So yeah, now let's start just sprinkling in some random ass flowers. Kind of try and keep them spread apart and not too like, you know, the same kind of flower too close together. And yeah, that looks pretty nice. Now let's just pretty much repeat this on the opposite side over here. And there we go. There's our nice little gardens added in. Gamers, we've built the medieval village, we've created a fishing village, now it's time to start constructing a farming village. This one will feature giant crop fields sprawling across the landscape, brand new house designs, a shopping district, and more, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is actually create a new diamond hoe. That is because this village is going to feature a whole lot of crop farms, of course, and I don't feel like making like a million new iron hoes every time one breaks, so I thought, why the hell not? We're gonna make a diamond one. Let's also make sure to grab some lapis before we go up this time, because I think I've forgotten every single time I've come up here. Let's slap that bad boy in there. Oh my god, what does efficiency even do for a hoe? I want this to be unbreaking, but I betcha it's not going to be unbreaking. Oh, yes. That's actually goated. Hell yeah. Sweet as. Let's also grab a book and some emeralds real quick so we can go up and grab a mending book from this guy, of course. There we go. Now let's head down and slap that onto the hoe. Bang, diddly. There we go. So this should definitely make it a whole lot easier to create all of the farmland that we're going to need to create in our new village. And yeah, so now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and find an area to create our village. And I already do have an area in mind, which is going to be behind our new base that we created in the last episode, because I know behind here is a massive sprawling plains area, and I feel like it's just going to be the easiest to build it there. And yeah, this area is definitely looking pretty nice. I think maybe towards this area over here because it's a little less hilly and it's going to make it a little bit easier to build on. And yeah, so now with our location picked, what I need to go ahead and do now is go and find some dark oak wood because yes, we're finally going to be stopping using spruce wood. I've seen your guys' comments where you're ragging on me for using the same blocks and the same kind of build style. So we're going with something not too different, but it's still going to be pretty different. So yeah, I have not actually spotted any dark oak forests near me, so I feel like I'm gonna probably have to go adventuring for quite a while. So yeah, I will see you guys in just a second. Holy mother of God, is that what I think it is? Oh my god. Dude, I had to have traveled like at least over 1,000 blocks, man. This took so long to find, but thank God we have finally found some dark oak. I'm gonna be getting an absolute crap load of saplings of this because I do not feel like making the freaking arduous trek to get back here. Holy crap, man. So yeah, I'm gonna be here for a little while just harvesting these bad boys. But yeah, I'll see you guys back at the home base. Okay, gamers, we are now back with a whole bunch of dark oak wood. Probably, yeah, definitely not enough. Should be able to get a couple of houses done with that, at least. But, yeah, we'll have to chop down a bunch more eventually. And yeah, so now we are back down at where we want to create our village. And, now it is time to actually figure out the center point of the village. Now, I don't have any plans for, like, exactly how big I want to make this. So I do want to make the center kind of in the middle of the village. Let's maybe crack out the old scaffolding and make, like, a big pillar. Just so we can kind of have a look from above. Let's also maybe up the old render distance a bit. Might be a little bit laggy, but should be right. Okay, so this is the kind of area that we're dealing with here. And, oh, actually, I just got an idea. I feel like making the town center up on this little raised area might look pretty cool. We're gonna have kind of the shopping district around this area, have pathways go down to like farms over here and stuff. Yeah, definitely, I am happy with the idea of putting the center up there. Let's go and do it right now. All right, so here we are on top, and as you can see, there's actually a giant gaping hole here. So we're gonna have to fill this in eventually. I might have to go back and grab a bunch of dirt. But yeah, we do have a chest here. Let's quickly slap this in and just chuck in all of our stuff because I hate having a full inventory. It's very annoying. And yeah, what I might do is actually head back to base and grab a bunch of dirt just to fill that in. So just give me a second. I'm gonna go grab that, and then yeah, we'll just cut to the time lapse of me filling that in right now. Okay, now with that area flattened off, what I want to go ahead and do now is just lay out a little bit of an outline for the pathway. So I'm thinking I want the pathway to come from over this way somewhere. So let's maybe just start it right here. Let's extend it down this way. Just something like that. Maybe a little bit further. And yeah, I'm thinking on this area here, pretty much all of this area that I'm circling here, I want to be adding in some like trading stalls and just some like trading buildings as well. Then as we transition up this area, we're going to be adding in some nice houses and stuff. And then down over this way, we can add in some more dilapidated buildings, and those are going to be like the farmer kind of peasant buildings, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to add this in, and then we can get started actually probably adding in some shopping stalls around this area. Okay, gamers, I am back, and I have a whole bunch of just random blocks here. I've got some random wool blocks and also a bunch of dark oak stuff, and that's because we're of course going to be adding in some trading stalls. The wool will kind of make sense in a second. So let's figure out where we want to add in our first one, and I'm thinking maybe this spot right here. Let's make it 4 blocks wide like so. Then I want to add in a fence gate and a fence behind it like so. This is kind of like where the actual trader will stand. I also want to strip these just because I feel like it'll look a bit nicer. Then on top of these, let's add in an additional fence, and I'll also add some more onto this one. And then this is where our roof is going to start. So on here, let's add in some stair blocks like so. Let's also add some in on the back here. Okay, now in between all of these stairs, let's add in some slabs. And then on the sides, let's also add in some more slabs. And let's crack out the old scaffolding and once again, place some more slabs up here. And then in this little gap here, we're going to be adding in our wool blocks. So for this first trading stall, let's maybe add a white one and then a blue one. And there we go. That's pretty much our first trading stall done. Now we just need to add some decorations on top of that bad boy, of which I have another chest here for some decorational stuff. And oh my god, I forgot to grab my pots. Man, how am I supposed to place these into stuff with... dude, what am I doing? Give me a second, gamers. Okay, I am now back with some pots. So let's add some on there and just chuck in some random flowers. This can be a flower trading stall, I guess. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the first one. Actually, I think instead, let's maybe get rid of this one and add a lantern on there instead. I think that'll look a bit nicer. Keep the area a bit brighter as well. Okay, so for the next one, let's move a little bit further up this way. And instead of adding like an actual roofed one, let's maybe just have like a bunch of tables. So let's have maybe one here, and then let's leave a big old gap there. Connect them up with some slabs like so. Maybe for the next one, let's make it a little bit shorter and place a chest in front of this one this time. And then for the final one, let's make it shorter once again and use a barrel to cap off the end of this one. Why the hell not, you know? Now let's strip all of these logs just because I feel like it looks a bit nicer and cleaner. And now it's time to just add a bunch of random decorations on top of these tables. It kind of sucks. I wish I had more tabletop decorations like some brewing stands and just, you know, random stuff like that. But unfortunately, I do not have those yet, of course. So we might just have to leave these a little bit kind of sparsely decorated, but that's okay. We can always come back and just add in more stuff when we want to. Maybe for this next one, let's add in an extinguished campfire and another flower pot with an azalea. And then for this one, we can just leave it blank, you know? Why not? Doesn't have to be something on every single table. Okay, now for the next trading stall off on this corner, we're gonna go with something a little bit larger. So let's place in our first block here, leave a gap of 3 and place in another one. And let's connect these up with some slabs. Then let's place in 2 fences on top of these. fences. Then we're going to leave another gap of 3, and let's place in 3 fences this time. Next, let's once again crack out the old scaffolding and head up here. Now let's add 2 slabs like so, and then we're going to connect them up over to this side, doing the same thing. I'm going to quickly do the same thing on this side as well. There we go. And now let's continue the slabs up this way, and then in between here, let's add another 2, and then another 2 on top of that. And now, of course, let's repeat this exact same thing on this side. And I'm out of slabs, of course. My God, man. Okay, there we go. Let's add those on. So there's the outline of the roof done. Now let's grab our wool, and maybe let's go with some blue wool this time. Oh my God, and of course it starts raining. Well, it's time for another building in the rain with disruptive segment. So yeah, let's add in some white wool on these sides, and then as for the middle, of course, let's add in our blue wool. Then up on the top areas, we're going to extend it once again up here like so. Oh, it's actually thunderstorming as well, meaning I can go to bed and get rid of this stupid rain. And now the building in the rain with disruptive segment is over. Okay, and there we go. There is our trading stall created. Now it's time to just go ahead and add some decorations in here to make it a little bit more lively. And so for this one, I have grabbed a whole bunch of just random like smithing blocks, and I'm running out of hotbar room here. All right, so all the way at the back, let's just add in a couple of blocks like this. Let's maybe even get rid of this fence here and make it go actually onto our little table here, and then we can remove this one and add in some more decorative blocks in between here, like maybe a smithing table and a furnace. And then in the middle here, let's maybe add a chest, and then beside that an anvil, and then on the left side, let's maybe add in a barrel like so. Let's also slap a lantern on there and there too, just to keep it nice and bright. And there we go. There's our like smithing trading stall completed. Now to the right of this, let's add in another little table kind of section like that one over there, except let's just make this one a little bit smaller this time. Then at the back here, let's just add in a couple of random flowers and stuff like so. Actually, another detail that I just thought would be kind of nice is some spruce buttons, but that's okay. We can just add one on there. Why not? Actually, I feel like it would be a little bit better to put it over on this side because this table has kind of, you know, nothing on it. So let's just add one in there. I don't know what that's meant to be. Something. Yeah. And now for the final trading stall of this area. We might eventually add more in, maybe sprawl it off this way, but I do want to get other things built in this episode. Yeah, so for this final trading stall, let's just add it in here. We're going to strip all of these. And now as for the decoration on this one, let's get an extinguished campfire and then a lantern to the right of that. And now the final thing I want to add to this area for now is to maybe just kind of fade out the pathway instead of it just being like a complete stop. Let's add in our pathway blocks here, and you'll kind of see how that looks. There we go, just like that. Instead of just being a harsh stop, you know, it kind of fades out. And now branching off this path, I want to add in some dirt paths off to our little trading stalls here. So let's add one over this way that comes in between these two stalls as well. And let's actually maybe make it connect up to the path over this way as well. And then one more here for this one as well. There we go. So yeah, I'd say this trading area isn't completed yet. I would like to add more, but like I said before, I want to add in some other things in this video as well. So we're going to leave it at that for now, and we'll revisit this probably in the next episode. Okay, so now what I'm thinking is let's branch our pathway up and over to this way, and also we'll probably continue it that way as well eventually. And I'm thinking this spot right here is going to be perfect for a nice little house. So let's remove some of this dirt here just to make it a little bit flatter and easy to work with. And I might actually do the pathway later because I don't know exactly where I'm going to have this base. And so yeah, let's go ahead and lay out the foundation of the pillars. Okay, so let's have the front door right here. Then we're going to leave a gap of 1 on the either side of those like so, and then we're going to leave a gap of 3 and then branch it off to the left here. Then let's leave another gap of 3 coming back this way, and then we're going to pretty much just mirror these pillars on this side, except this time we're not going to add in these two. We're just going to bring it all the way across like so. Now let's raise all of these pillars up to be 4 blocks high in total. We're also not going to be adding a little sticky out knoblets just because I want to keep it pretty different here. And then as for these 4, we're going to raise these up to be 6 in high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then these 2 front ones are actually going to be only 5 blocks high, so there we go. Then we're gonna add a log in right here, and yeah, I actually just realized I may have lied to you guys. This front area is actually going to be 6 blocks high. Now, while we're up here, we might as well add in our roofs. Okay, and there we go. There's the roof added in, and now it's time to add in the walls and some details. Firstly, starting off with our front door here, let's chuck in some upside down stairs there, and then let's replace this block as well with one of our pathway blocks. Might as well just do some stone. Let's come back here, add in our door, and then above here in this little area up here, let's add in a dark oak fence gate. I almost said a spruce fence gate. God, you can tell how long I've used spruce for, man. Jesus Christ. I'm kind of glad you guys told me to switch it up just because, you know, I feel like I needed you guys to tell me that, or else I would have just kept going with spruce just because I love it so much. But yeah, that's not really an excuse. I should be building some different interesting things for you guys, so I'm glad to be switching it up with this episode and with this new village. Okay, and so now let's add in our walls, which are going to be predominantly stone bricks. I want to add in some very, very light texture with some stone blocks. I don't know why, I just feel like it's going to look nice doing that. And once again, I have realized I've forgotten another thing, some freaking glass panes, man. God damn it. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with some glass panes, so let's go ahead and add that in. And I just realized that this block is actually not going to be a stair, it's going to be a full block instead. And in here, what we're going to add is a dirt block and surround it with some spruce trapdoors like so. And this is actually going to be a little planter box, which we can go ahead and add maybe a dandelion in there. And yeah, it's kind of annoying how Minecraft like randomly off centers the blocks like that. It's definitely kind of frustrating to work with because I don't want to put it in a pot. I want it to be nice and full, but yeah, I mean, oh well, it is what it is, you know? Now over on this wall here, we're going to add in once again the exact same thing, and let's just add in that cornflower that I destroyed as well. Why not? And add in our glass pane. Now, as for the back, we're going to be filling this wall in completely just to give us some room to work with on the inside. And on the side here, we can just quickly add in another window. And this time we can add in, I don't know, maybe a poppy. Now for the final area right here, we're just going to once again fill this in with some stone bricks and some stone. And now for the final thing on the exterior, let's add in some lanterns on the edge of all of these like trim blocks here, just to keep the area nice and bright around it. And I also missed this block here. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. And yeah, so there we go. We're now fully done with the exterior of the house. This is how most of the houses are going to look in this area. We will, of course, change the shape up, make some smaller ones, some bigger ones. And I do have a design for a very, very big build that I want to do. I'm not sure if we'll do that in this episode or not. But yeah, now let's head on inside and replace all of our floor blocks here. Actually, let's just do only stone. I think that'll look nice. It'll contrast the mostly stone brick walls a little bit better. Let's add a staircase off in this corner. Bring that all the way up to the top. Let's grab out our slabs and add in a ceiling as well. And let's go to bed to reset it to daytime, of course. And then on the inside in this area, let's add in a little bit of a kitchen design with a whole bunch of furnaces. Let's actually just make them only on this side here. And then because this house is kind of short, we can't really add anything up there. So, I mean, oh well. Then on this side, let's maybe add in a barrel and a chest like that. We don't need to go too ham with the interior of these. We're probably never going to see this again. So yeah, and now up on the top floor, let's add in a bed. Let's maybe chuck a chest beside that and then a barrel on the other side. Now I do realize we are adding barrels, which means our villagers will turn into fishermen, but honestly, I don't really care at this point. I like the look of the barrels. We can just deal with the fishermen. Should be right. And then for the final decoration in here, let's maybe add a little table here with a flower pot and an azure bluet in that. Let's maybe actually add another one over here with a lantern on. Let's add a lantern in here as well. And then we'll chuck one in on this bottom floor right here. Actually, yeah, we can't really do that because that is going to take up a lot of space. Let's actually add it on top of the furnace here. And then we can add another table on this corner here with another lantern. There we go. There is the first house of the village done. Looking pretty nice. I actually really like the way this one turned out. Okay, and so now with this house done, let's go ahead and branch our pathway up over here as well. Let's just fill in the rest of all of the pathway blocks here, and there we go. There's our pathway added in, connecting up to our first house. And yeah, so now with this done and our shopping area done, I think what I'll go ahead and do next is create a couple more house buildings in this general area around here. We'll change the shape up a bit for some of them, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that as a time lapse right now. Okay, so that just about does it for all of the houses I wanted to add into this area for now. And this actually did give me an idea while I was building this. I think laying out the town so that all of the high areas have like these high class buildings. So like all of this area up here, and then maybe we branch it off over this way as well. And then all of the lower areas is where we're going to be adding in the farms and the more kind of lower tier buildings, I guess you could say. Also, check out this house. That actually looks so cool. It's literally the exact same design as this one, except we've just repeated this on the other side. I think it actually looks really awesome. That'd be like a really nice base design if we like made it a bit bigger as well. I don't know what it is about it. It just looks sick, okay? Just thought I'd point that out. Also, I just remembered that we completely forgot to link up the pathway to this base. I'm just gonna do that real quick right now. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, and so yeah, now with this area done, it's time to add in our first little farming area, which I'm thinking is gonna go down here. I think it's definitely a nice spot. We got like this nice cliff, and it'll make for some nice contrast between like the farm down here and then the more established village up above. All right, so now let's go ahead and just smoothen off this landscape a little bit, just to give us a little bit more room to work with here. Even though this house isn't going to be very big, I just want to have like a bit of an area around it as well. Okay, and so to start off our building here, it's going to be 5 blocks wide. Then let's place our other corner blocks just to, you know, outline it. Okay, and now we're pretty much just going to be adding in a big textured like walls pretty much. There's not going to be much detail on these, except for just the little bit of texture that there's going to be. And also I need some stair blocks. Oh my God, give me a second. Well, I actually only need 1 stair block. So yeah, let's just add that in there. And then let's grab our door and slap that on there as well. So that's our front wall there. Let's also go ahead and add our window in here as well, which is just going to be a fence, of course. Then let's crack out the old scaffolding and jump up here and start adding in this area where the roof is going to be. So we're going to go up by an additional 2 here. And then let's go up again. And then we're going to add 1 block on top of here like so. Okay, and now for the side walls, let's just add these in real quick. And then the final side wall, the same thing as the other one, of course. There we go. Now it is time to add on our roof. And I don't think we have enough slabs for this. I'm probably going to have to get more in a second, but yeah, we'll do that when the time comes. So firstly, let's place a temporary block here so that we can place in 2 there. Then we're going to branch this off to the right as well like that. Then let's bring this all the way down to the other end. We're going to add in these little divots as well in between, like leaving a 1 block gap, you know what I'm trying to say. And let's get out the old scaffolding once again. Let's head up here. We're going to extend this all the way up here. Bring it out by 1. Let's extend our scaffolding once again. Bring this up over here, and then we're going to raise this up like so. And yeah, now let's just repeat this on the other side. And there we go. There's the front trim of the roof. Now let's bring this over to the other side here. And yeah, we're just going to mirror this trim design on the back side. So just give me a second. Okay, and now with the trims added in, it is time to add in the one weird thing about this roof, which is actually going to be, you know, the main roof is made out of hay bales. Now, I really hope I have enough here. I harvested a whole bunch of my freaking wheat fields to get this much. So I'm praying that this is going to be enough. We're of course going to be needing more for the future farmhouses we're going to need, which I'm not looking forward to, but thankfully that was enough. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it gives off a nice little like kind of farmer house vibe. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you guys probably get what I'm talking about. Okay, and now it's just time to add in some of the small details that this house has, which is first going to be a fence here with some fence gates beside. We're also going to add a single torch on the front here. And now let's just repeat this on the back. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the house design. Nothing too crazy. That's exactly how I wanted it. I didn't want it to be the most craziest thing ever. And now let's add some nice little decorations beside the house. I just need to grab a few things. Give me a second once again. So off to the left here, let's add in a little bit of a campsite. So let's chuck our campfire maybe right here. And I think under this, let's put a hay bale just to extend the flames up so they're nice and tall. Then let's grab out some dark oak logs and just make a couple of nice little chairs around this. And then let's remove those like so. There we go. Then actually beside the house here, let's add like a little bit of a barrel pile and maybe put a chest there. Let's add a couple more barrels like that. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Now on the opposite side of the house over here, let's add in a little bit of a wheelbarrow design. And so to make that, all we need is a hopper, a grindstone, and a dark oak fence gate, and a temporary block as well. So let's go ahead and place our temporary block here so that we can place our hopper down facing in towards that. Then we're going to connect that up with a grindstone here. And then finally at the back here, let's place an opened fence gate, and there we go. Just looks like a nice little wheelbarrow, you know, a nice farmer decoration thing. And yeah, so that pretty much does it for all of the, you know, details and the house and stuff. And now it is pretty much just time to go ahead and add in our massive sprawling crop farm. I don't exactly know how big I want this to be. Probably it's going to extend like around this way, and I'll probably end it there and bring it around this way like that. And of course, we'll be doing that as a time lapse. So let's get started right now. Okay, and there we go. There's our farmhouse done and our big giant sprawling crop field done as well. Gamers, our new farming village is coming along quite nicely, but there's still definitely a lot of work to do. In this episode, I want to add a bunch more farms, houses, and various decorations, so let's get started. Alright, so starting off this episode, I want to create another farmhouse over in this area over here, and just add in a giant like wheat and carrot field in this area. We also have some naturally spawned pumpkins here that'll fit in pretty nicely. You know, I don't even have to do any work for it. It's already there for us. And so yeah, I'm thinking this spot right here will be perfect for our farming house. So let's start off by placing in the outline for everything here. Let's also slap our door in here, and there's our front wall almost done. Actually, we need to add in our window here. Let's get our scaffolding out and extend this wall up. This is the area where the roof is going to be around. Speaking of which, let's actually add in our roof now. So let's start off with our trim here. We're going to bring this all the way up here, and let's of course repeat this on the other side. And there we go. There's our front wall done. Now I'm just going to fill in pretty much the rest of the house here. It's the same house that we built in the last episode, so yeah, nothing too crazy. Okay, there we go. There's our house all done. Well, except for a couple of details. Let's add this design in here with a torch on the front, and we'll add another torch on the back as well. And yeah, now I'm gonna get started planting a whole bunch of wheat and probably carrots as well around the place. I'm also gonna fill in this area here with some more dirt just because, you know, it's a little bit whack over here. And so yeah, I'm gonna of course do that as a time lapse, and let's get started right now. Okay, and there we go. There's our first farmhouse, well, you know, almost done. I completely ran out of carrots, so I'm probably just gonna wait for these to grow, and then I'll plant the rest of them here. Don't worry about that. And now, while I was running back and forth between this farmhouse and the actual, like, town center over there, I came across this nice little, ravine thing. I don't know how far down it goes. Okay, not that crazy far, but I thought it would be a nice spot for the mine entrance of the town. Now, usually I tend to make my mine entrances more like, you know, on the side of a mountain, kind of like in this area here, but this one's actually flat, like on the ground, so it'll be a bit of a challenge to make something looking nice for this, but let's just go ahead and give it a try. Okay, so I think I have a little bit of an idea of what I want to do for this mine entrance. So first, let's clean up the landscape a little bit. Let's open it up here and just smoothen some edges off like that. Let's also maybe open this area up here as well, just a little bit. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. Now what I think I want to do is surround the entrance of the hole with some stone and andesite. So let's just add a ring of andesite and stone, just kind of in a randomized textured pattern around the entrance here. It's very rough looking at the moment, but just don't worry about that. Now for the next thing, let's go ahead and start adding in some slabs and stuff around the edges here, just to, you know, smoothen the transition off a little bit better. Okay, and there we go. You can kind of see what I'm trying to do here. I don't actually know if this is actually going to work out. Now let's add some slabs on top of the area here. We're not going to bring this in too far. I kind of want this to just be like a little bit of a lip around the edge of this rock thing here. And I think actually to make this interior look a whole lot nicer, let's just replace all of the dirt blocks around here with some stone instead. I think that's going to help kind of make it look a little bit better and more natural looking, like as if this was a big rock that was here that leads to like a big cave entrance. And there we go. That's a very like unique looking mine entrance. I'm not sure if I've actually seen a mine entrance that kind of looks like this before. It is a little bit on the weird side, don't get me wrong. But now let's start cleaning up the interior a bit here and add in like maybe a staircase that goes down. I don't want it to be too established looking of a staircase. So let's grab out some planks, stairs, and slabs here and just start adding in a little bit of a kind of rickety old staircase. Let's maybe off-center these ones and have it come down this way. Let's maybe add in some dirt here to make it like a little bit of a cliff kind of thing. Okay, and there we go. There's our super simple rickety old looking staircase added in. Now let's maybe add in like a bit of a bracing support thing on the inside here. We could also maybe replace this middle one with a fence so that we can add a lantern onto that as well. I think that'll look nice. Then let's maybe add in another support thing in between these blocks here. And then we kind of need to even it out with another one on this side. So let's add one in. Actually, let's do it there so it actually links up to the top there. And yeah, there we go. There's a nice, like, unique looking mine entrance design. Actually, I think this goes down a little bit too far. Let's actually bring that up a little bit higher. All right, now it's time to add in some detail to this bad boy. So first off, I'm thinking on this little area here, let's actually remove this block and dig out a little bit of a tunnel here. I don't want this to be too big. Let's maybe go this deep here. Actually, maybe one more. Okay. Then let's remove a a couple of these blocks around here. Now let's add in some furnaces like this, and then let's, you know, maybe cover up these holes and change some of this to some more stone, just so it looks a little bit nicer. And then let's even add in a couple of decorative blocks, like maybe a barrel here. Let's have a chest to the left. And then on this side, let's maybe add in a crafting table. Now I actually want to make some stone slabs and add that in for the roof here. Okay, that's actually very close to the surface. All right, we'll fix that up later. Don't worry about it. Okay, that's looking pretty nice. Now, directly above this, I actually want to add in a little bit of a, what's it called? You know what I'm trying to say? A chimney. Yeah, that thing. So up here, let's fix up the landscape a little bit around this. And then on top of these blocks right here, let's add in a 2x2 like kind of tower thing with some stone and stone bricks, of course. We're gonna have it nice and textured as well. Okay, and then on top of here, let's add in a whole bunch of camp. Oh my Jesus Christ, dude, I always seem to forget that. Frickin' A. Okay, and like I was saying, up here, let's add in some spruce trapdoors to cover up all of the exposed flames. And there we go, there's our chimney for the mine. Yeah, of course it looks oddly phallic, but we're just not going to mention that, even though I just did mention that. Yeah, just don't worry, okay? All right, and now it is time to add in some details to this area of the mine here. So let's maybe add a barrel right here with a chest beside that, and on top of that, let's chuck our lantern. Then maybe over on this side, let's add maybe a chest here, and then an extinguished campfire below. Also in this spot, let's add in like a little bit of a recessed area. Then in here, let's add in a barrel, a chest, maybe on top of this, another extinguished campfire. Also, we need a lantern in here. Let's chuck one on top of that crafting table. Now I feel like we need a detail right here, right next to the entrance. So let's add in maybe a barrel with a flower pot in that. And let's also add a flowering azalea inside. And now the last little touch is I just want to add some grass into here as well. Let's just sprinkle in a couple of pieces just around the place. And yeah, there we go. We're now fully done with our decorated mine entrance. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. It looks awesome. Okay, now with that mine entrance done, the next thing I think I want to go ahead and do is make a bridge to connect this area here over to this side, and then add some more houses along up this way. And so right now, as you can see, we don't really need a bridge here. It's not like, you know, that crazy of an angle. We can just, you know, jump up and down it. So what I want to do is make it a little bit more of a drop off here. Maybe excavate 2 or 3 layers of dirt down here, just to make these edges a bit more of a cliff so that we can actually connect our bridge up to and fro. So yeah, once again, we're going to get started with an excavation time lapse right now. Okay, and now with our area excavated, as you can see, we have a nice little valley here. I also have another plan for this area, which I think will be pretty cool, but we'll get to that after the bridge is done. So yeah, let's start off with outlining the bridge pillars here. So this bridge is going to be 5 blocks wide in total with a pathway of 3 blocks wide. And I think let's go with gaps of 5 between all of these pillars. And now let's just hope and pray that this links up to the other side in the correct way. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's pretty much almost perfect. We'll just shave off a little bit of the land here, just like that, just to make it look a little bit more even looking, I guess. But hell yeah, that worked out pretty well. Now I'm going to add our pillars on this side and then raise them all up to the same height as these blocks here. So just give me a second and I'll get that done right now. Okay, so now with all of our pillars added in, it's time to add in the design that's obviously going to fill up the sides here. So let's start it off on the very far left side. Let's actually extend this pillar down a little bit because it's going to look a little bit better. And I'll probably remove this as well, just so we have a nice flat face here to work with. Okay, and so firstly starting off, let's add some upside down stairs that are going to connect the pillars here at the top. And now as for below this, let's add in a nice textured wall with some stone and andesite. We're going to be leaving a gap in the middle as we're going to be adding in a pretty neat design here. So we're going to add an additional stair block right here, and then let's chuck in a dark oak door there as well. And this will create a nice little pass through that we can use to get to the other side if we ever wanted to. We're probably never going to need to, but I think it's a pretty nice design to add in. Now looking at this, I feel like it does look a little bit bland, so I think we need to add in something extra to this. I'm also going to extend these pillars all the way down just to make it look better once again. And yeah, it's just these areas here that are lacking a little bit. So maybe let's just try a few different things. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be one of the things that's going to work. Okay, so next let's try actually removing these stair blocks here, and maybe let's try going with something a bit more of like an arch design, and then let's connect these up with maybe some spruce trap doors. And then let's add some down below there as well. And then let's of course fill in this gap too. There we go. How's that looking? Not very great. Yeah, I don't think the spruce trapdoors are gonna work here. It's more of an established looking bridge, and the trapdoors just kind of make it look a bit flimsy, I guess. Okay, so now let's maybe try a bit more of an established looking arch, maybe just using stone stairs and stone slabs and, you know, stone blocks as well. So let's try something like this instead and see how that looks. Let's fill in these blocks as well. And yeah, that's looking pretty nice. But the only problem is I'm thinking the above area here where I had planned to originally add something like this, I think it's gonna look kind of weird. I don't know, does it? Maybe not. It's not too bad. Actually, I think what'll look better, let's change those to some stone bricks instead. Okay, and yeah, I think that is the winner. That is looking pretty nice. I also just had another idea for an awesome detail we could add to this. Give me a second once again. And that idea is to add in some spruce trap doors on these little parts here, and then add some signs to the left and right of those. And yeah, it's just a nice little extra detail to make this area look a little bit less bland. And yeah, that's gonna be an awesome looking bridge. And so yeah, now I'm gonna continue adding in this design into every single section except for our center one here. I'm gonna leave that blank, and we'll get back to this once I've finished adding in all of this area. Okay, and there we go. There's our bridge pretty much completely done. And that leads us over to this area that I left blank. And you probably may have guessed by now, I'm going to be adding in a nice little river to this. Now, I'm not exactly sure how, like, far... Oh, what the hell? Okay, we might need to cover that up. That looks pretty weird. Yeah, I think I might start it maybe up here, coming out of the side of this little hill. We'll have it come down this way. And then, yeah, I don't know exactly how far I want it to go. We might end up just maybe ending it down here in, like, a little bit of a pond next to our house. So yeah, let's get started doing that right now. So I think let's maybe start it from these blocks right here, as if it's like, you know, kind of an underground river thing. Let's just excavate a nice little area for it to run in. And then as we get down to this area here, let's maybe widen it out a little bit more, just so it kind of fits from edge to edge of our thingamajiggy here. Let's have it extend all the way under this area as well, and then we can continue it off this way. Let's maybe curve it off to the left a little bit, shrink it up as well, and end it in a bit of a pond design right here, right next to our little farmhouse that we just made before. And yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Now let's get this bad boy filled up with water. Okay, there's our river, all done, all added in. Now let's go ahead and add in some nice little details along the side of this as well. I don't want to go too crazy with the details. I want to keep it pretty light, because I did just have another idea for something cool to add alongside the river, kind of towards the bridge over there, but we'll get to that in just a second. So let's do our first pass of just adding in a bunch of sugar canes along the side of the river here. Now I'm just placing in one block high of these because, you know, obviously they're going to grow, so it's not that big of a deal anyway. I would love to add some lily pads in here, but unfortunately, I don't have those yet. I don't really know where a swamp is at the moment, so yeah, kind of annoying. And now let's just go back along the river, adding in some flowering azaleas and some moss carpet blocks as well. Once again, we're keeping it pretty light with these details. Nothing too crazy, you know. I also do have some grass here to add back into this area. But yeah, there we go. That's pretty much it with the light detail that I wanted to add to this. And now the next thing that I want to add next to the river, past the details that we just added, is some more farms that run up along the sides here. They're not going to be too thick because we do need to keep some room for our doors here. Or, I mean, we could even add pathways in between all of the crops and just fill up this entire area. I think that'll look way better. So yeah, we're going to fill up this entire side, this side as well. And we'll also do a little bit on this side as well. Probably, yeah, just this area, and then we'll keep it on this side as well. And yeah, once again, I'm going to do that as a time lapse. I feel like half of this video is just going to be time lapses, which, I mean, it's just the nature of this episode. So hopefully that's not too annoying. But yeah, we're going to get started doing that right now. Alright, and there's all of the crops added alongside the river, all the ones that I wanted to add in at least. And yeah, apologies for the rain, visibility kind of sucks at the moment. But yeah, these will look absolutely amazing once they have all grown in. So hopefully they all do grow in before the end of this episode. I'm kind of getting all this stuff done, you know, relatively quickly. But I'll try and make sure to get a shot of this before the end of the episode at least, when it's all grown in. Okay, and so now with all of that done, that leads us over to the other side of the bridge. And over here, like I said before, we're going to be adding in some more house designs similar to these ones. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is flatten off the area a bit, get it nice and prepped to add in a couple of nice houses over here. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm going to build some houses over here. So yeah, these are going to be pretty similar to these ones. So I'm just going to be doing them as a time lapse once again, because I feel like it's going to be kind of boring just watching me build the same thing. And so yeah, let's get started with that time lapse right now. Alright, and so that just about does it for that side of the village. I only ended up adding 3 houses in just because I feel like it might look weird if we add too many more. And the other reason is also because I am lazy. And yeah, now I want to go ahead and add in a bunch of details around the place. I also need to connect up the pathway here to our actual village. So I might actually go ahead and do that real quick first. Okay, there we go. There's our pathway now actually connected up to our bridge and to the other side of the village over there. So now what it's time to do is go ahead and add in a bunch of details around the place, starting off with some lamppost designs. These are just going to be super simple designs, simply just a stone brick wall with a lantern on top. I didn't want to do anything too crazy, just to keep it kind of, you know, mellow and a different style to the other villages that we've already built. And I just feel like this is nice and simple and, you know, easy to build as well, and pretty effective at the same time. Also, you might be able to see we've got some boys over here. Yeah, they haven't actually started attacking me yet, thankfully, and, yeah, I honestly just do not feel like dealing with them. So I'm just gonna leave them and hope that they despawn eventually. All right, and there we go. There's our lampposts added in. Actually, I feel like we might have added in a little bit too many to this area here. Let's actually get rid of those ones. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to add in some more details, like some barrel piles. Let's also chuck an extinguished campfire in there with a flower pot and an azalea as well. Something super simple like this, adding it into just some random spots along your village and stuff can definitely spruce it up and make it look really interesting and awesome, and just makes it feel a little bit more alive as well. Now, something as well that I like to add to my bridges is just some, you know, similar details to what we just did over there. So let's maybe add in just something like that. And then down here, let's maybe even add in like a hay bale with a chest beside it. And yeah, just those 2 designs like that can just help, you know, make your bridge feel like it's actually being used. And yeah, it's just a nice and easy way to add some detail to your village. So yeah, I'm going to continue adding in some of these designs everywhere, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, now with all of those details added in, I think what I want to go ahead and do next is extend our little shopping district here, because it's looking very sad and small. And yeah, so like I said in the last episode, I think I want to bring it around this way. So let's go ahead and add in maybe the front of another stall right here. And let's just quickly build this one up as well. You know, it's the exact same design. Actually, it's a little bit too small. We're gonna have to extend it out a little bit here. Okay, and as for this stall, let's add in an extinguished campfire and maybe a flower pot with a cornflower inside of it. There we go. And now off to the left here, let's maybe add in another kind of table stall one, similar to these ones over here. And let's maybe have it like curved instead. So let's place 2 in like that. Then let's maybe grab out some slabs and let's do something like that and then have it come over this way. Does that look weird? I think it does, to be quite honest. Oh well, we're gonna go with it, okay? And now let's kind of repeat the same thing over this way. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. There we go. That's not perfect, but it works, I guess. Let's strip all of these as well. Now we can just add a whole bunch of details on top of these, like some flower pots with some flowers inside, of course. A couple of extinguished campfires. Let's maybe even place one like off the side of the table here. Let's actually replace this one here, maybe with a barrel, and let's chuck a chest on the end of that one there. I don't know why I said there like that. That was kind of weird. And now let's get some spruce planks, turn these into spruce buttons, and actually go ahead and add these to a bunch of our existing stalls. Let's maybe chuck one on here. Let's add one there. We've already added one on this side. We can add another one. Why the hell not? And now over here, let's chuck in maybe 3 like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's also, we can't forget to place on some lanterns as well to keep it nice and bright. And yeah, that's looking pretty nice, although we are lacking in the grass department over here. So I think what I'm gonna do now is grab my shears out and let's redistribute this grass a little bit. Because yeah, it's looking a little bit bland up here. You know, there's some big patches with no grass. So let's add some in and let's just sprinkle some in around here as well. Not too much. We don't want it to look like it's overgrown to the max, you know? Okay, let's also add some in around here. And yeah, that's looking a lot better now. We've extended it over this way, added in some grass to make it look, you know, a little bit more normal. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, and so that pretty much does it for our village. I know it's not the craziest, like biggest village you've ever seen, but I'm happy with it. We might end up adding onto it in the near future as well. Gamers, today we're going on a journey to become overpowered. Right now we're looking pretty decent, but nowhere near good enough to be classified as OP. And there's a lot of things we need to get done to get there, so let's get started on our adventure. Alright, so first up, I think upgrading all of our tools and armor to netherite is definitely something that needs to be done. And so we have 4 pieces of armor and 4 tools, I'm not including the hoe, and we need 4 pieces of scrap for each one, which means we need 32 pieces of of scrap in total. Now, I do already have a grand total of 3 ancient debris, meaning 3 scrap, and so that basically means we need to find 29 more pieces in total. So it's time to head off to the nether. I'm gonna take our track here down to our little nether city. Hopefully not get shot by this freaking ghast. God damn it, man. You pain in my ass. God damn it. So we're back here at the old nether city. Haven't been here in a little while. Be sure to check this episode out if you haven't already. And now we're going to head down to Y level 15, as I believe that is the best level to mine for ancient debris after a quick wiki search. Okay, and I finally found an area that actually allows us to get down to the correct Y level, because everywhere else had freaking lava. So yeah, thankfully we found this area, and now I'm going to just get started doing a whole bunch of mining. We're going to be doing the chunk border mining method, basically meaning that we're going to be holding F3 and pressing G, and this is going to show the chunk borders here. And we're going to be digging a tunnel pretty much around these borders, as I believe ancient debris can spawn more frequently at these borders. And yeah, I don't actually have any fire resistance potions, which I know is very dangerous, so we're gonna, oh, there we go, we've already got our first piece. Hell yeah. Please don't be lava directly above that. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so yeah, we've already got our first piece. We're already on the way. So I'm going to get started mining, and I'll see you guys probably when I have, you know, 29 pieces right here. All right, and with that one piece that I just found, we are now officially halfway. As you know, we do have 3 back at base, so we have 16, which is, you know, half of 32, the total that we need. And yeah, I kind of underestimated how much work and effort and time would go into this. As you can see, here's some of my tunnels. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now, and we'll get back to mining probably towards the end of the episode, just because I have a lot of other things I want to get done now as well. But we will be able to upgrade half of our things. I'll probably go ahead and do my pickaxe, my sword, and maybe like a chest plate and my legs or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to head back to base and get all of our netherite ingots created. And yeah, so I'll meet you guys back at base. All right, gamers, we now have our 16 pieces of netherite scrap. It's time to turn these into some netherite ingots. There we go. So with our 4 ingots, we will be able to enchant, of course, you know, 4 pieces of stuff. And I've decided I'm going to go ahead and enchant our boots and our legs, just because they both have protection 4. I feel like it's going to make them better than, instead of like, you know, instead of upgrading this that doesn't have protection. I don't know how it really works. I just think it's going to be better upgrading the ones that have protection. What is that you say? Minecraft is basically your job at this point, and you should know that? Yeah, you're right. Shut up. Okay, so let's slap in our legs first and our netherite ingot. I'm just going to do it like that because I'm kind of scared it's going to use all of them for some reason. Bang, there we go. First piece of netherite armor, finally, at episode, like, what are we up to? 13 or something like that? Jesus Christ, man. And there's our boots as well. Let's chuck those on, and damn, man, we are looking swagger out here. And next, let's just go ahead and do our silk touch pickaxe. And for the final one, well, not really final one, just final one for now, we'll do our sword, because why not? And that adds an extra whopping 1 point of attack damage and a whole bunch of durability as well. That'll be pretty good. All right, and there we go. We've finally got our first netherite armor and netherite tools. Very glad we've gotten that done. We, of course, you know, are only halfway. We still have a long way to go. I'm going to get to that towards the end of this episode, probably. And so, yeah, now with that done, that pretty much leads us on to the second phase of this video, where we are actually going to be finally fighting and defeating, hopefully, the Ender Dragon. I've been a little bit reluctant to do it just because I felt like I was going to, you know, die during the fight. But now that we finally have some enchanted armor and tools and stuff, I feel like we are pretty much well equipped now to defeat the Ender Dragon. But before we can actually... Oh, you're kidding me, you piece of shit. You absolute little prick. Come here. Oh my god, man. What it... Just... Come on. Come on. Yes! And yeah, so before we can, of course, fight... And yeah, so of course, before we can fight the Ender Dragon, we need to find the Stronghold. And of course, before we can find the Stronghold, we need to find the Nether Fortress, which thankfully I did find. While I was trying to spot an area to dig for our Netherite, I actually spotted the Nether Fortress, and it's pretty much just right in front of our Nether City over here. Yeah, I was just kind of looking around this area from our city. Oh my god, man. I'm sick of these pricks. Like, honestly, dude, just thank you. See you later. Oh, of course, there's another one. I'm gonna lose my shit. I swear to God, man. Come here. I've had enough. See you later, dickhead. Like I was saying, I was perusing the area over here, and then I stumbled across this juicy, nice little, whatever it's called, nether brick. And yeah, so I'm gonna hope and pray. Oh, yes, it actually does look like we have a blaze spawner right frickin' there. That is awesome, dude. So that is exactly what we need. Of course, you know, blaze rods so that we can make some ender eyes. There we go. There's our achievement. Oh no, we have a wither skeleton. Okay, settle down, buddy. And yeah, before we get too stuck into, you know, slaughtering the blazes, let's maybe just have a quick peruse around the fortress here to see if we can find anything particularly interesting. Oh my fucking god, you little prick. See you later, dick knob. But yeah, honestly, it looks like this fortress is pretty much mostly like the exterior stuff. I don't know if there's going to be, you know, the interior. Okay, it does actually look like we have an inside area over here where, you know, the chests would be, which is, yeah, right here. Hopefully we can find some nether warts as well. That would be very, very good. We can actually start brewing with that. So let's go down here and see where this takes us. Okay, there's our first chest. Let's see what we get. Golden horse armor, kind of dog water. Flint and steel. Yeah, what the heck? That is pure, absolute garbage. Okay, we found some nether warts. That is very, very good. Let's grab all of that stuff. Okay, it's not looking like we're going to be finding many more chests here. This nether thing kind of sucks. That's the chest we already looked at. God damn it, man. Okay, we got this way over here to go down. Let's see if we can find anything extravagant. Ooh, okay, there's a magma cube and what looks like another chest. Oh my god, guys, it's pure garbage. Okay, well, yeah, that was a pretty big waste of time. I'm going to head back to the blazes and just farm them up for a while. I don't know how long I'm going to stay there for. Basically, I want to get enough blaze rods to where I never have to come back to this shite hole. And so, yeah, I'll get back to you guys once, you know, we've got enough blaze rods. Gamers, oh my god, we just got a wither skeleton skull from frickin'... I've killed like maybe 5 in total. Jesus Christ. Okay, that is very lucky. I don't know, I just felt like I should have recorded that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, settle down, mate. So yeah, that's pretty lucky. Just a quick update. Yeah, you know, we're at 10 blaze rods now. I've killed probably like another 20. We're getting very unlucky in terms of the drops. In the meantime, I have been just going around to all these endermen and, you know, slaughtering them because we're going to need those ender pearls. And yeah, so, you know, I'm just going to keep grinding away and I'll update you guys again in a second. Okay, after spending about half an hour here, we have ended up with 29 blaze rods and we also have 15 ender pearls that I've just gotten from, you know, just like staring at endermen off in the distance and bringing them here. Okay, we might actually end on 30. That'd be pretty nice. There we go. We've got 30 blaze rods. Hell yeah. That should last us quite a while, hopefully. And yeah, so I'm going to head back to base, make a whole bunch of ender eyes, and yeah, then we'll get started trying to find the stronghold. Okay, gamers, we're back at base. I've got pretty much everything I need here to defeat the Ender Dragon. We've got our Eyes of Ender as well. And so now it is time to figure out which way we need to start heading. Let's chuck this bad boy up. Bang. All right, so looks like we're heading this way. Okay, still on the trek to the old stronghold, but on the way here, we've actually found a bit of a village here. Ooh, and a freaking brewing stand. Hell yeah, that's awesome. That'll save us some blaze rods, I believe. I'm pretty sure it uses blaze rods to make. Got some bread and a saddle as well. Cool, cool. Let's see what else we can get. Ooh, some more beds. That'd be good for defeating the old Ender Dragon. Any more juice for your boy? Okay, another piece of bread. I'm not even gonna bother taking that. We'll grab this though. Oh my god, dude, what has happened to your house here? Freaking creeper got to it or something. Alright, that pretty much does it for that village. I'm gonna go ahead and throw another Ender Eye just to make sure we are on track. I do believe the number that we were looking at was 20, if you can see it there. So let's chuck another one and have a look. Okay, we're actually going this way now, which is negative 22. So hopefully that means it's kind of close. Okay, and we're gonna have to go over the ocean. Actually, no, that's a good thing. That means travel should be nice, quick, and easy going over this. Let's just hope that it isn't under the ocean, because then it's gonna be annoying to get to. So I'm gonna head over here real quick and make a boat or two. All right, and I already kind of forgot which way we're actually supposed to be going. But yeah, I believe it is vaguely this direction. So let's get going. Okay, and it looks like we have actually reached land. Yeah, we didn't really go that far. I probably traveled for maybe 30 seconds from the other side over there. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and throw another Ender Pearl, Ender Eye of Ender, whatever it is. And let's see. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know why that just gave me goosebumps, but that means the stronghold is going to be in this ocean somewhere. So let's start heading back. I might head like maybe halfway in between the two lands here, and then we'll throw another Eye of Ender. Okay, so maybe about here. Let's go ahead and chuck it up. Okay, so we still need to keep going this way. Okay, so we must be pretty close, because just over here it was telling us to go the way that we're like coming from. So let's throw another one here. Okay, why? I'm kind of confused now, because we just threw it from over here and it told us to go the opposite way. So either it's directly below us or I have majorly stuffed up somehow. Let's just go ahead and throw another one here. Okay, yeah, it's telling us to go that way. What the hell, dude? Rightio, we're just gonna follow the instructions. Let's just throw another one for good measure here. Okay, now it's telling us to go back this way. Okay, so the stronghold must be pretty much below us at this point, like right here, I'd say. So let's chuck another one. Like, isn't it supposed to go underground when you're close? Man, this is confusing the hell out of me. I might just dig down and hope that we find it. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, gamers, do you see what I see? Well, it looks like we were pretty much exactly bang on here. And here we are at the stronghold. Jesus Christ. This has been a long time coming, man. And I'm kind of nervous, kind of scared. Hopefully this one actually has an end portal as well, because I know they have a chance to not have them at all. That would kind of suck. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploring here, and yeah, hopefully we find the end portal and maybe some fat loot at the same time. Oh, speaking of loot, oh my god, what the hell? We can't even use that. It's got so many different enchantments. What the what the hell? Is that like really rare or something? Jesus, that is so weird. I've never seen anything like that. But yeah, that is the weirdest book I've ever seen. Tell me guys in the comments if that's normal, like if that's a common thing, or if I'm absolutely Giga Chad lucky out here. I have a feeling it's probably pretty common. I'm just an idiot. Oh, Jesus, this whole area is like destroyed or something. What the hell? It goes down here? Like, what the hell? This is so weird. I haven't seen a freaking stronghold like so broken like this one. That's so cool. Kind of just want to find the end portal at this point though. Oh, even a library would be pretty good as well. Getting all those books and stuff. Oh, golly gee, mate. I actually just said golly gee. What the hell am I on, dude? All right, well, this floor seems to be pretty crap, so let's head back up. Oh, gamers, do you see what I see? Hell yes, we have found a library. That is awesome. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a lot of space for this, so, yeah. What was that sound? Do you guys hear that? I just got Dude, the goosebumps won't stop. That is the weirdest sensation I've ever felt in my life. I don't know what that sound was. I'll probably replay it like super loud. I literally still have goosebumps, dude. Like my eyes are watering. I don't know what that sound was. I might even literally go listen to it back now. Okay, I watched the footage back and I could not hear anything. There's no sound recorded in the footage, so I have no idea what that was. But it literally, dude, it sounded like a demonic, like really low-pitched villager grunt. It was like, that's not even close to what it was, but I have no idea what that was. I'm getting goosebumps even just freaking thinking about it. So yeah, that was definitely a very weird experience. Now, unfortunately, we do not have any space to pick up these books. So what I might do is actually come back to this and explore a little bit further. Oh my god, you're kidding me. We have another freaking library. Oh my Jesus Christ, dude. All right, well, we're going to be pretty much set on books for a while now. Oh my God, there is so much. Oh, we've even got a chest? What the hell? I didn't know there was chests in these. What do we got? Quick charge and respiration. That's kind of poo, isn't it? Let's see if the other one has a chest. Oh, yes, it does. Dude, I'm still spooked out by that sound. I don't know what that was. Okay, so we just got a bunch of books, paper, and then this book. Can you even use these? Like, why is there so many different kinds of enchantments on the same book? Like, we can't put efficiency, riptide, and protection 3 on one thing. That's like 3 separate enchantments for 3 separate things, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know if you can just take one of those off and use it. But yeah, we still have not found the portal yet. I am honestly getting kind of worried because I have no idea what we'd do if there was no portal here. Maybe go this way. Oh, yes. Oh, thank God, man. And the freaking silverfish. Okay, we need to get rid of that spawner. Kind of forgot about that. Let's just go ahead and fill all of these up with our Eyes of Ender. There we go. We now have an end portal ready to go. I am absolutely scared shiteless, and I am very nervous. We're ready to go. I've got everything in the hot bar that I need. Actually, we should probably put beds here, eh? I don't know if I'll be using the beds, but we'll see. Gamers, it is time to head to the end. Okay, we are here, gamers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared shitless. It has been a very long time since I've fought the Ender Dragon in survival. I think I've only done it once, back in my old Pro Builder SMP, but here we are. Wow, it looks beautiful with these shaders, holy crap. Oh, and I need to make sure I don't look at Enderman. God damn it, man. Come here, you prick. Oh God, he's slapping me around real good. Oots! Get out of here, mate. Okay, we need to not look at the Enderman, and let's start destroying these health healing crystal majiggies. There's one, first shot, holy crap, I'm kind of goated out here, what the hell? Oh, what is that aim? That was the first shot. Okay, we didn't get that one, that's, that kind of sucks. I've got my buckets of water ready and everything so that we, hopefully do not die of fall damage. But yeah, literally, the whole series could come to an end right now if I'm not being careful enough. Okay, these ones are proving to be quite the challenge. I might just make a tower up to this one and, you know, shoot them from up here. Because I do not have that many arrows. I tried to make as many as I can. Yeah, I've only got 42. Oh, this one's not even here. Okay, sweet. Let's get that one, all the way over there. And let's hope we can reach that one. I think about there we'll get it. No. There we go. Okay, all crystals are destroyed. Let's go back down and finally defeat this bloody dragon. Hopefully I have enough arrows left. 27. Oh, man. That does not look great. Okay, water. Bang, we're good. Jesus. That was kind of scary, not gonna lie. All right, straight into action. Let's go. American Sniper. Okay, that does not a lot of damage. Holy crap. All right, let's set up one of these thingies to place the bed on. I don't exactly know, like, the strat. Oh my Jesus Christ, man. So I know that it like hurts you and stuff. So yeah, I don't exactly know what I'm doing. Oh, I just threw an ender pearl. Oh my God. I did not mean to do that. Holy crap. Okay, he is now perched. Let's try and attack his head. Okay, we did a little bit of damage. Not the best, but you know. Oh, free ender pearls? Hell yeah. He's just killing his own guys out here. What is he doing? Oh, he's coming down. He's coming down. I don't know exactly where to stand to not get knocked away. Oh, and he destroyed my bed. You prick. Let's just whack him in the head. And he's gone. Rightio, buddy. All right, he's over halfway. We have 13 arrows left. We're not looking great. Let's try and get him to perch again, hopefully, and we can get some wax off on him. And maybe even a bed smack. There we go. Let's stand here and whack the crap out of him. Oh, he's so close to death, man. Dude, he's so close. We are so close to defeating the Ender Dragon. I'm actually so excited. We're going to be able to go and get a freaking Elytra. That is going to be awesome. Look how low he is on health. That is so good. Come on, you prick. Let's try this. All right. Bed. He destroyed it. You prick. All right. It's all good. We're going to kill him. Last shot. Yes. There we go. We have defeated the Ender Dragon. See you later, buddy. Oh, look at all that XP. And it's getting burned. It is getting burned. Oh, no. I forgot about that. I really should have put out the fire. Oh, my God. Dude, look at all those levels. Oh, my God. I completely forgot about that. Holy crap. Level 65. That is awesome. Let's get our torch. Let's right-click that. Where did it go? Over here. Okay. Let's get our egg by placing the torch there, destroying that. Bang. There we go. We have finally done it. We've finally beaten the game. I'm not going to jump in here just yet because I actually want to go up into this bad boy over here and find some Elytras. Well, I mean, we probably only need one because we're going to slap mending on it. Yeah, honestly, I don't like doing this. Like this is worse than defeating the Ender Dragon to me. Frickin' A, man. Oh my God, dude, I let go of shift right there. Holy crap. I'm actually stupid. Okay, let's surround this with some blocks so that we can make sure we get the ender pearl like right in there. And let's chuck that. Okay, that didn't work. That's kind of scary. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay, we're now in the end. Well, the end, like, islands area. I don't know. And, yeah, now I'm just going to go ahead and wander around until we find a goddamn end city. Hopefully this doesn't take long. My luck with these is not very good. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And I did not bring a lot of blocks with me as well because I'm an absolute idiot. God damn it, man. And yeah, this just about sums up my luck here. I've got my render distance set up to the absolute max, which I kind of feel like is cheating. I mean, obviously it's not, but I don't know. I just feel bad for using it. But yeah, as you can see, all the way around me, absolutely no freaking cities, man. God damn it. This is going to take forever. Ooh, gamers, do you see what I see? Hell yes. Oh, we got a big ass freaking city over there. Hell yeah. Now, the one thing we want mainly is a freaking boat thing. Oh my god, what am I doing? Are you serious? There is no boat. Oh no, the boat is the one thing that we want because it has the elytra inside. And of course, this one does not have one. God, that is literally my luck summed up in like, yeah, you know? All right, well, we're gonna get over there and explore it a little bit. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to dealing with the shulkers because, yeah, they are so annoying. Oh my god, yes, there's another city right there. Just as I'm approaching, I see another one off in the distance. I am praying that that one has a goddamn boat, man. I swear if it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Like actual tears. Okay, we're here, and it... Dude, it doesn't look like there is a boat. Are you actually kidding me? I'm about to lose my mind with this freaking game. There is no boat. Oh my god. Well, it's time to get up in this bad boy. Yeah. I'll probably meet you guys at the top when we find some juicy loot. Okay, we've reached the top of the main tower and the two notable pieces of loot here. We've got a decent sword for spiders, and then this Protection 2 chest plate. We might be able to combine it with that one. And then, yeah, just a bunch of gold and some other random, like, enchanted iron tools, which I cannot be bothered grabbing. Yeah, these things are so annoying, dude. I forgot how, like, actually annoying they are. Like, oh my god. They just don't quit. Okay, freaking a million shulkers later, we've made it to this little tower. Let's see what we got. A bunch of iron tools. Oh, we've actually got a diamond one here. Oh, is that better than our current shovel? Oh, actually it is. It has fortune. I don't know exactly what that would do, but we might as well grab it. We also got some diamonds as well. Hell yeah. Now, I might as well use these ender chests because I'll be picking them up. So let's just chuck all of our crap in there that we don't really need at the moment. Cool. Let's grab that and continue going. Okay, so that just about does it for that city. And actually heading over to this one, I just discovered another one. Oh, yes, it actually has a boat as well. Thank God for that. Because dude, I swear to God, if we found another city and it didn't have a boat, I'd actually, like, I know I said I'd cry before, but I would actually have cried if this one didn't have a boat, okay? Let's get the hell over here real quick and grab that frickin' elytra, finally. And then I might as well explore that one and that one to try and get some more enchanted stuff. All right, here we go. Ender pearl over. Bang. Please don't miss. Okay, that was kind of scary for a second there. Let's get in here. Oh, what have we got in here? Instant health. I'll take that. I will also be taking your brewing stand. Thank you. Oh, and here it is. We've got one guard, of course. They just don't give up, man. It's... Just stop. There it is, gamers. But just before we do that, let's check these chests. Oh my god, that's some good stuff. What the hell? Yoink. What's in here? Oh my god. Okay, we've got a lot of good stuff to combine with our existing armor, hell yeah. But here it is. The main thing I've been trying to get this whole time. Bang. Straight into inventory. Yes. I'm gonna take that item frame as well. But there it is. Yes, dude. We can finally fly. My flying skills are going to be probably very rusty. So, yeah, I should honestly probably practice in another server because I've seen clips of people dying from flying elytras in their hardcore worlds. I believe it's hold space. Dude, that's literally how freaking rusty I am. But, let's go. Dude, stop, man. All right, well, this will give us a nice, like, launching height at least. Oh, actually, there's a dragon head down there. I want to get that. Oh my god, okay. Let's grab this dragon head. I need these freaking things to stop shooting at me, man. Like, how do you know I'm here? You can't even see me. God, freaking A, man. This is frustrating to deal with. Let me just tell you that. Okay, let's get this dragon head so that we can use it for a nice decoration piece. Sweet as. Let's chuck that on our head. That looks so weird. What the hell? All right, now gamers, let's go fly over to the next end village city. Oh my god, this is so weird. Being able to fly is just like so weird. Oh my god. Are we gonna make it? Jesus Christ, that was scary. Okay, let's slow down. There we go. Okay, we should be good. But that is going to make travel so much easier. Back at base, we can literally just fly to everywhere instead of having to worry about walking everywhere. It's literally so annoying to deal with. But yeah, I'm going to investigate this end city. If I can even get inside, man, this is so annoying. Yeah, I'm going to check this out. Hopefully we can get a little bit more juicy loot. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. All right, what have we got up here? Oh, that's some decent legs. We've also got a pickaxe. That is pretty decent as well. We got a bunch of diamonds too. Hell yes. Let's chuck all of that good stuff in there. Oh, this is what half of my freaking end city exploration has looked like right now. This has got to be the most annoying, like, enemy, like, power, dude. Like, why? It just levitates you. And you just can't do anything. You're just sitting there helpless like an idiot. God damn it, man. Can you guys tell I'm frustrated yet? All right, we've got some decent boots. Cool, dude. Let's chuck that in. Let's grab this. These end chests will definitely come in handy as well for building and stuff. I don't have to put chests everywhere. I can just fill up an end chest, take one with me, put crap in it, and you know, Bob's your uncle. Now, I don't even think there's anything up here, so I'm not even going to bother. We're just going to go straight back down, all the way down. And we do have that whole side to deal with, unfortunately. So let's go over there. Now, although these guys are very, very annoying, their shulker little things will be good for, you know, making actual shulker boxes, which will definitely come in handy again for building. I mean, that pretty much makes the ender chest obsolete because, you know, we can just carry those around with us. Oh, some emeralds. Okay. Well, I think that is about it for the end cities because I don't think there's anything else up here, as far as I know. Oh, it's one of these rooms. God, this is hell, guys. Okay, there is chests up here. It was worth it at least. Let's see what we got. Okay, diamond pickaxe mending efficiency 4. That's pretty good. Oh my god, that is a good pickaxe, dude. Jesus Christ. Okay, we got some more diamonds as well. Let's head up here. I think this is just the roof. Yep, nothing up here except for this absolute piece of crap. Okay, well that pretty much concludes our end city voyage out here. I might have a scout around for those little thingies, you know what I'm talking about, that take you back to the overworld. Oh, is that one over there? Yes, it is. Hell yes. Okay, let's just, you know, levitate all the way over here and fly down to that bad boy. It is time to go back home. Thank God for that. Okay, and now it is time to finish the game. Roll the credits, boys. There it is. Okay, this is going very slow. See you later. And we're back. Okay, where the hell are we? And what is that? Ooh, XP? More XP? Hell yeah. I think this is the spawn for the world, actually. Yeah, it looks like it is. I kind of remember this. Well, it looks like we've got a big trek ahead of us. I'm going to have to pull up my home coordinates. I have written them down, thankfully. But yeah, the Elytra should hopefully make it easier to get back. And here we are, gamers. Home sweet home. Thank God those coordinates were the right ones. I literally just have home base written down in a freaking notepad file with the chords. So if that was from like the old series, yeah, that would have sucked. All right, now that we're home, I'm pretty much going to go ahead and get a whole bunch of my golden carrots back. One of the perks of having farming villages makes that nice and easy. And yeah, now with that, I'm pretty much going to head straight back into the nether and get the remaining netherite that we need. 16 in total. So yeah, I'm going to go do that real quick right now. I just want to showcase how bad my luck is. I'm going to run all the way through this tunnel where I did not find a single piece of freaking ancient debris. So yeah, that entire tunnel, how crap is that, man? Jesus Christ, not a single piece. Oh my god, that first clip does not even come close to how, like, unlucky I have been. Literally, times that tunnel that I showcased, maybe by like 7 or 8. I've done 7 or 8 more of those tunnels, and I've only just found some goddamn debris. Jesus Christ. I don't know what is up with my luck. I've literally just resorted to like rage mining. Instead of mining along the edges of the chunks, I'm literally just destroying chunks of the freaking area here. And only then have I actually just found some debris. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep doing this until I find more because, yeah, this strategy doesn't seem to be working anymore. I don't know if it's because I've exhausted like all of the debris in these chunks by mining along the edges. Honestly, I don't think I have. I mean, I haven't even gone down to this area yet, so I have no idea why my luck is so bad. But yeah, I'm gonna stop complaining now, and you guys will see me once this number right here is 16. Oh, and there it is, gamers. We finally got 16 debris, the amount that we need to enchant everything that we have here. I have no idea why we were so unlucky in that last half of debris that we were collecting, but yeah, that definitely sucked. Okay, and so now while that's smelting away over there, I want to combine some of the items that we found in the, what's it called? The end area with some of the armor that we already have. Like this one here, protection 4 would be nice on our helmet. Let's see how much that costs. 17. Jesus Christ. Okay. That is pretty expensive, but we're gonna do it anyway. Now, I also want to put fire protection on these legs. Oh, that kind of sucks. So we can't do it, but we can't actually combine. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that. You can't combine netherite and diamond armor together. That kind of sucks. Oh, well, we can live without that. I think that's still pretty good. We also got this sword as well from the end city. Looting 2, smite 4, unbreaking 3. That's a very good sword for killing zombies. And also any mobs where we want to get more of their drops thanks to looting 2. Now, I just want to check something. Yeah, okay, never mind. I didn't think you could, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, and now with our netherite scrap done, let's grab that out. Let's head back over to our crafting table and, you know, make these into some ingots. Okay, we're gonna need more. There we go, we got plenty over here, don't worry. And let's turn these into our final 4 pieces of netherite ingots. There we go. Now we can head over to this bad boy, chuck those in, and now let's upgrade our axe, our shovel, our helmet, and finally, our diamond chest plate. There we go. Look at that. We have got a full suit of netherite armor, and we also got full netherite tools as well. Hell yes. And now the final thing I want to do is slap a mending book onto our elytra here. Bang. That way we never have to worry about this breaking, and I also want to chuck a mending book onto this new sword that we've gotten as well. There we go. Alright, and so with all of that, I think we are now considered OP. Gamers, now that we've conquered the Ender Dragon, it's time to show total dominance by transforming its homeland into a lush paradise. This is probably going to be my biggest project yet, so without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. Alright gamers, so I'm going to break our overall objective here down into several steps, starting off of course at step 1, which is gathering all of the required resources. I also just wanted to quickly mention we're now on the 1.20 update. I've got some ideas relating to the update cooking away, so stay tuned for them. But first up, dirt. We are going to need an absolute load. Now thankfully I do already have quite a bit. This isn't all of it. I believe the rest is at my other base over there. Also, by the way, we've got new shaders, new settings. You can see some nice water puddles over there. If you want your game to look this good, be sure to check out my other video where I showcase my shaders, settings, and how to install everything. But yeah, here is the rest of our dirt. We've got a whole double chest full, another double chest full. Jesus Christ. Okay, we should be set on dirt, hopefully. I'm also going to go ahead and make a bunch of shulker boxes so that we hopefully don't have to do 2 trips to the end, because that would suck as it is. Now I have to do yet another trip to the oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind, I swear, dude. So I'm gonna go make those real quick right now. Alright, so there we go. There's our 3 shulker boxes full of dirt. We'll also need some grass as well, because I do want it to turn into grass. Yeah, so I'll get that eventually. But now, the next resource we'll be needing is jungle saplings and jungle leaves, of which I have absolutely none of. So we're gonna head over to the nearby jungle over here. If I turn my render distance up, you'll be able to see it a little bit. Yeah, you can just see the trees over there. So yeah, I'm gonna head over there, harvest a bunch of trees, and get a bunch of saplings and leaves. Okay, and there's our jungle saplings and leaves. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. I feel like it probably won't be. Next up on the resource list is quartz blocks. Now, thankfully, I did get quite a bit of this while we were mining our netherite, as I was actually collecting it while we were going. And yeah, so these quartz blocks are gonna be for the modern style mansion that I actually want to create. It's gonna be on top of the end portal that's there. And yeah, I feel like it should look pretty cool in the paradise kind of setting that we'll be adding. So we ended up getting this much quartz blocks. Hopefully it's gonna be enough. I still feel like it's not going to be, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. I've also got some spruce logs as well, just in case if I want to add some wood details in that. And then in this chest over here, we have just a whole bunch of our random detailing blocks. We've got furnaces, chests, you know, the whole kit and caboodle. And so yeah, with that, I think we are now ready to head back to the end and get started with our project. Okay, now that we're back at the end, it's time to get started with step 2, which is simply adding a layer of dirt and grass to this entire island. Now, that does sound pretty simple and easy, but yeah, when you look at the whole scale of this bad boy, it's definitely going to take a while. And just for funsies, I'm going to estimate how long it's going to take, and I'm going to say, I don't know, maybe 47 minutes and 23 seconds. And so yeah, let's get started. Okay gamers, it's time to take a quick break from placing dirt. So let's see what the kitties are up to, and it looks like all 3 of them are here under the kitchen table. First, let's start off with Big Kitty. What are you up to, mate? Oh. Then over here we've got Fluff. There she is. Sorry to disturb you, mate. And then the final kitty over here, we've got Snow. You're looking mighty grumpy today, kitty cat. Alright, that's about it, gamers. Let's get back to the job at hand. As I was placing away, yeah, as you can see, I came very close to falling off the edge right here. Holy mother of God, thank God that is done. It is definitely safe to say my estimate of 47 minutes and 23 seconds was very, very far off, because this actually ended up taking a grand total of 3.5 hours to do. And now I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. I did end up downloading a mod that just simply stops the Endermen from picking up blocks because it was getting very annoying. Let me tell you, it is very frustrating placing in all of these blocks and then just having these pricks around here just freaking moving all of them and placing them everywhere. So that's the only mod that I have, you know, added to this series. I feel like it's a pretty harmless one, so hopefully you guys are okay with that. I do apologize if that makes anyone upset, as that's not my intention. I just wanted to make this process, you know, as uncomplicated as possible, and adding that mod in definitely helped with my sanity. As you can see, all of this area here is, before I added the mod, you can see how much they have absolutely stuffed up the area. Yeah, kind of annoying. Okay, and so now with the entire end island covered in dirt and grass, hopefully, you know, eventually it's going to be covered all with grass. I need to get some more lanterns everywhere. It is now time to go around and place a whole bunch of jungle saplings everywhere. I'm wanting this to be a nice, lush kind of jungle forest. So yeah, it's once again time to start another time lapse of placing trees everywhere. Let's get started. And yeah, of course, it turns out I did not have anywhere near enough jungle saplings, so I had to end up spending a whole bunch of time just freaking farming jungle trees here. I definitely underestimated how long and how big of a project this would be, because now I am behind in schedule for my videos. So yeah, hopefully this video isn't going to be late for you guys. But yeah, as you can see, even with all of that, we have left out this area, a lot of the back area and area off to the left as well. I've simply just decided to, you know, maybe revisit that another time, because we still have more stuff we need to do, like bone milling all of this grass everywhere to actually get grass so everywhere doesn't look as flat as it does. And this is probably going to take another hour or so to just go around and do all of this. We might have to be a little bit sparse on the bone meal placement around the edges, but I'm going to keep it pretty dense around this area towards the, you know, area of the mansion here. But yeah, doing this project has definitely given me an appreciation for, you know, the scale of these kind of projects, because I literally thought I might be able to smash this out in a day or two, but we are now on day 4, and things aren't looking too great at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to continue bone milling all of this grass everywhere, and once again, I'll be back when this is all done. Okay, and there we go. There's our lush paradise coming along pretty nicely. I've placed a whole bunch of leaves around the place as well. I've also added some along this here to make it like a kind of a pathway, which I think looks pretty cool. I kind of want to move some of these lanterns over so they're not like blocking the path. Yeah, there we go. That looks a bit better. Let's also get rid of that. Let's also use up the last of our leaves here. Might as well just chuck one there. There we go. Okay, and so with that done, I believe it is now finally time to move on to step 5, which is going to be building our modern style mansion right in the center of the end island here, or lush paradise I should say. Okay, so as for the mansion here, as you can see, we've already laid out the pillars, so I do have a general idea of how I want this to be laid out. As you can see, we've got a bit of an L shape here, and so I'm thinking I want to raise up this back rectangle here to be 2 high, like 2 stories high. This is like 1 story high, you know what I'm trying to say? And then this front area here will be a balcony that'll branch off from here, so this one will only be 1 story high. So I'm just gonna go around and raise all of these pillars up to the correct heights, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so there's all of the pillars now at the correct heights. Now I'm thinking for the front door, I probably want to add it to this area here. We might add in like a bit of a pathway that'll branch off and around this way. I might actually make that out of grass as well. So let's just quickly do that now. Why the hell not? Do have 14 grass blocks left, so there we go. We might as well use those up, and I'll just thicken this pathway up as well. There we go. Okay, so now as for the design of the mansion, we're going with a modern theme, of course. So I'm thinking I want to add in some big, like, kind of C-shaped walls. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah. So we're going to do something like this, and maybe even actually remove these blocks here of the pillars. And we'll fill up the rest of these with some glass, and oh my god, I just realized I didn't get any glass. Dude, what am I doing? Now I have to do yet another trip to the... oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind, I swear, dude. Alright, well, yeah, let's just get the whole, like, you know, baseline of this resort thing built, and then we'll go and get the glass and add that on after the fact. So you can kind of see the idea that I'm going with here. And I think to make this look a little nicer, we could even add some little inset pillars here. Maybe on that side and maybe over here as well. Let's see how that looks. I think with that, we need to add a bit of an overhang here so that it kind of branches past that pillar, and then we'll do the same there as well. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. I actually really like that. And now as for the rest of the base, I'm pretty much just going to scale this up. So we're going to continue this like C shape here. We're going to fill in these walls, and then we'll fill in the ceiling as well all the way across. And I'll just do that as a real quick time lapse right now. Okay, and there we go. There's the main kind of, you know, layout of the mansion here. I decided to go with this cool spruce inlay design thing here to kind of match our pillars as well. And so up here, the glass is going to be behind these slabs on this layer here, and I feel like that's going to look pretty nice. As for down below, we're going to have the glass in between all of these pillars along this block here. Now, I decided to keep this area over here kind of like, you know, a nature feature wall or something like that. I don't really know. I feel like it's a nice, unique looking design. And I feel like it might have looked weird if we just had, you know, like a cutoff here, and then we had the glass of the mansion just facing into, you know, a hill. So just kind of leaving it natural kind of looks cool. I'm happy with that. I also just forgot I need to fill in the freaking ceiling here with our slabs. Let me get that done real quick. And yeah, while I'm doing this, I'll also just mention we're going to go back to the overworld once a bloody again and get a whole bunch of sand, smelt that into glass for the windows here. So yeah, give me a second. I'll get this ceiling done. I'll get the glass and I'll be back. Yo, this is Editing Josh here. Once again, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. My wife saw how much I was freaking struggling with this project, and she really wanted to help out, so I opened the world to Lan, and she joined and helped me, so thank you so much to her. Love you. Mwah. Yeah, this video wouldn't have been possible without her help, so hopefully that's okay with you guys. Now, back to the video. Okay, and there we go. There's all of the glass added in. Now it's time to go ahead and add in our doors. Starting off here at the front door, let's place in our 2 spruce doors like so, and then above those, let's add in some spruce trapdoors as well, just to fill in this little gap. Looking good. Now, as for the second floor up here, let's place a single door in this spot right here, and then we're going to surround it with some spruce trapdoors like so. And now finally, we're once again going to do the same thing on this side as well. We can also add these blocks back here as well, because I thought it might have looked weird having them there, but yeah, now I can actually see that it looks pretty nice having those there, so yeah, we're going to leave those in. Now I want to add some railings for our balcony here, and I definitely think a really nice railing design will be some glass panes. So either we're going to start it here or here. I think it's going to look better if we do it here, and let's bring this all the way around to the other side like so, and there we go. There's a nice little railing design. Now let's do the same on this side as well. Now this side might look a little bit weirder because we don't really have anywhere to connect it up over here. I think we'll just go ahead and do that though. Let's bring this all the way around over to this side here. Okay, and so with all of that done, it's now time to move on to the interior. So firstly, we're going to need a staircase to get up to the second floor. And I'm thinking maybe right here is a nice place to add it in. So let's start it off right there. And then of course, just, you know, extend this up to the ceiling. Okay, and that actually ended up working out perfectly. There we go. Now we can actually access the second floor. Hell yeah. Okay, so now let's figure out the placement of where we want to add our stuff. I'm thinking maybe on this back wall here, we could maybe actually add in another pillar here to separate the areas a little bit. So let's leave a gap of maybe 3 like that. And then we'll leave another gap of 3 here. And so maybe in this gap here, let's add in some storage. Maybe let's add some barrels along the top. And maybe actually let's put those on a bit of a table. Let's grab the spruce stairs here and just do maybe something like this actually could look nice. Like that. And let's get a slab in between, and then we can chuck our chests on top like so. Now let's make the side beside this maybe the crafting area. So let's grab all of our crafting blocks that we have pre-prepared. Actually need to go grab our crafting table up over here. So let's first add our crafting table right in the center. Then beside that, a stone cutter maybe, and also an anvil here. Then maybe as for up at the top, let's add our... Yeah, that kind of sucks, eh? We don't have another block to use. Okay, we're going to do it a little bit differently because this might not work out as well as I wanted it to. Let's do that instead with a loom there. Then let's maybe add in a bit of a shelf like this. And then on here, let's add in our stone cutter. Actually, we'll move the stone cutter over to the left. Let's put the anvil here, and then we'll have our stone cutter on this shelf here. And then for the grindstone, let's maybe place it... Let's see how it looks up there. Yeah, that's all right. That's not too bad. I actually kind of like that. It's a bit interesting, unique looking crafting area. We can also maybe put a lantern on that block there too. Okay, now maybe under the stairs here, let's add in another little 3 wide section and make this maybe the smelting area. So let's grab out all of our furnaces. Let's maybe place in a row like that. On top of this, let's place an extinguished campfire right in the middle, and then maybe a flower pot off to the left with a flowering azalea, and then maybe a lantern on that final block. And let's add in our signature archway design as well up here. So we'll get our stairs and then our trapdoor in between. Hell yeah, that's a nice, cute little smelting area. Now the plan was to have the end portal here to be like kind of the main feature of the base. Unfortunately, I didn't really line it up very well, as there is a 2-block gap here and then a, 0-block gap. So that's kind of annoying, but we'll have to live with it. Now over on this side, maybe what we could do is just add in a bunch of random detailing blocks. Let's get some barrels, some chests. Let's get our pots with a couple of flowers as well. And let's just maybe scatter around a whole bunch of random stuff. Maybe chuck an extinguished campfire up here with a flower pot and a cornflower. Then over here, I actually realized that we need to fill that up with some glass. So let's go grab our glass and let's just fill that in, because that will look kind of weird if we don't. Oh my god, what am I doing, man? God damn it. I need to get one more piece of glass. Just bear with me, boys and girls. Okay, there we go. Looking better. Now up here, maybe let's add another pot plant with a flowering azalea this time. Over this way, maybe another extinguished campfire. Let's add a chest there and a chest there. And yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Like a nice little like detailed feature wall thingamajig. Maybe it's also add in a couple of lanterns. I think that'll look nice. There we go. That looks better. And yeah, so that pretty much does it for the bottom floor. We don't really have a lot of area to work with because we have these massive sprawling windows, and it's going to be kind of the same story up here. We mainly just need to fill up this central area of the ground, and we can achieve that by using some island designs that I use in quite a lot of my bases like this. So let's place maybe a barrel here, and then let's have some chests facing away from that. And I just realized we're not actually going to be able to place another one. So let's maybe just... how are we gonna do this? Maybe there and there, and then like this on this side. It does look kind of weird. I don't know. Does that look weird, guys? I think it does. But I don't really know how else we're gonna fill up the space up here. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Okay, maybe let's just have one central island here. We might actually, what we could do is actually just make it a bit longer of an island. Let's do something like that and have chests on the ends. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I actually like that. Now let's surround it with some signs so that it feels like it's contained and part of one thing. Oh my god, dude, what am I doing? Then on top of this, let's add in maybe a pot plant right in the center. Let's do a cornflower. Now, as for this back wall here, we do have quite a few furnaces and chests left. So maybe let's add in a bunch of furnaces along the top here, and then let's add some chests along the bottom. Then let's have some stairs holding it up like this, and we can connect those up with some slabs just to make like a little shelf design. And yeah, I think that's looking pretty cool. Actually, I think a better way to do this would be having those chests like that, and then maybe let's add a block like this, a stripped spruce log, and then let's place a lantern on top of that as well. Yeah, that looks better. I like that. That looks pretty good. And now as for the balconies, I feel like I just want to leave these clean just because I think it looks, clean. And so now that leads us up to the roof, where I have a very special, cool looking design that I want to utilize. Okay, and so yeah, for that special design, I'm thinking I want to add in some solar panels. I added this to one of my other modern mansion bases that I built recently, and it turned out looking pretty cool. Now, I definitely don't have that many solar panels. Well, they're actually daylight sensors, but they look like solar panels to me. Yeah, I've only got 40 because I was running pretty low on quartz because I had to freaking use it all on these blocks here. So we're gonna have to be kind of, a little bit mindful of where we're actually placing these. So let's maybe do something like that, and then we'll have some more raised ones up here. Now, I know these are solar panels. They're supposed to, get the light from the sun, of which there is none in the end. Yeah, we're not gonna question it. Now, I don't know why I made so many fences for this. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I freaking made that many fences, but yeah. So that actually worked out pretty well. We've only got 4 left. And yeah, I feel like that looks pretty cool. Definitely whenever we're like, in the tree tops for whatever reason. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Yeah, we'll see these cool little solar panels. Definitely a unique design. I highly recommend adding something like that to the top of your modern mansions instead of just leaving it flat. It's definitely a nice detail to add. And yeah, so that pretty much does it for this absolutely ridiculous video that took way too long to do. Alright, and that just about does it for episodes 8 to 14 in my survival series. If you want to keep watching along, episode 15 is right here, and I'll also be uploading the next compilation like this one once the next 7 episodes are out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.